All right, everybody. One game down, two more to go. Got on with a 10 early on. Michigan punting against the must-win game to their arch rivals subposition. That was pretty bad. I did not agree with the pump, but I especially did not agree with the talent manager at the end of the first half. That was a rough game for Moore. Dominant win by Ohio State. We just finished that one. Appreciate you, man. I already got you on the Tennessee-Syracuse game. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Youngstown State also blowing a 28-point lead. Crazy stuff against Seattle. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. 20 minutes so we know what Kippen's doing. Oh, boy. Welcome to this stream. How's it going? Kavi, how's it going from Seattle? Huge Ducks fan. Go Ducks. We'll see. We'll see what happens. A Ducks fan from Seattle. All right, that is interesting, as obviously this game is in Seattle with Washington. Obviously, the situation for Oregon, it's very simple. You win this game, you're in the playoff. There's no denying it whatsoever. You win this game, 11-1 team in the Big Ten. With your one loss to Indiana, you're in. So Oregon, they win this game, they're in. They lose this one, it's going to be a tough game against Washington, but they lose this game to Jetfish and these Huskies. It's up to the committee at that point. Still should be okay, but you never know. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Washington get the ball to start, and let's do this thing. Washington in the purples, Oregon in the whites. We're going to get game number 2 of this triple header underway. And here we go. Kickoff fielded at the 3. Fair catch, and ball will be at the 25-yard line for the Huskies. Cast of Oregon loses, yes. Boss went to Old Boss. Wait, I didn't see it. Old Boss in Seattle went to Oregon. Not unusual. I guess. So, well, 25 here for the Huskies. First down. Williams, last time out. 48-14 win against UCLA. Dominant win. He went 17 for 26, 213, 2 touchdowns and interception. Washington ran the ball very well that game. 212 yards rushing, 5.4 yards per carry. Oregon coming off that win against a ranked USC team, winning that one by 2 scores. All good, Mana. All good. Appreciate you a ton, man. One top of the screen, one the bottom. Stretch play here. It goes to Coleman on the outside, and he'll get down to the 30-yard line, gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 before he's brought down the play, I believe, by Jerry Mixon on that one. Yeah, we'll see what happens in this game, Dexy. We will see. Yep, I am live. Let's give over on CBS. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe to us on the channel. Try to go stream even more. We'll do the wheel at the next commercial break. Back to his right, one the top, one the bottom. Tight end motion, play action. Williams are going to send 5. Williams flushed out, tries to escape the sack, cannot. Thrown down by the legs after a loss of 10. It's Tuioti getting the sack there. Tried to escape him, but could not. And that's his team high 6.5 sack of the season. 3rd and 15. Williams looked like he was going to be able to escape that for the moment. It would have been tough because Barry Alexander was closing in on him. But just wrapped around by the knees. What channel? CBS for this one. This game sucks. 0 points scored. Heidi, yes. 3rd down. Ball to 20. Empty backfield here for Williams. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Again, we do have emojis in the chat. We'll get over the Youngstown State choke in a few days, but happy for Ryan Day. He should be ice cold now. Oh, it's 100% ice cold. It was ice cold there for winning the Natty. QB draw here for Williams. Seeing no one open. He'll get 10, but it'll be a quick 3 and out. Delaware Fanny, Penn State, lose Rutgers. You do. Yep, for bowl eligibility. So gain of 10, but they will have to punt this ball away. Good start here for the Ducks defense. Loud opening drive touchdown last game against USC. No opening drive touchdown here. You don't get CBS? It's over there. How do you not get CBS? If Allen's in the worst spot in the NFL, they have no first-round pick. Yes, they're in some trouble. Tell us this game's on Fox? Oh, crap. My bad. Field at the 28-yard line. Let me change that. I don't know why it says Fox. Yeah, let me change that. It should not say that. 42-yard punt. No brawl in Arbor. Nope, no brawl there. My bad on that one. That might have just been a copy and paste error. I'm guessing it was a copy and paste error. Because that should not be there. Let's try that again. You can smell blowout coming potentially. We'll see. So they're doing this first drive here with Moore. All right, Fubo. Oh, man. That sucks. No, this game's on CBS. I made a typo. One at the top, one at the bottom, back to his left. Got a handoff up the middle here. It goes to Whittington, and Whittington brought down at the 30-yard line, gain of 1. Oregon, a lot of good runners on this team. Hill, Davison, Whittington, they have maybe the deepest backfield in all of college football. We might see that on full display here. We got to start getting Michigan. Yes, we did. Just when I thought I could be more ashamed to be a former student at Youngstown State, they do this. Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad today. Whittington over 100 yards rushing last game against USC. Leading rusher on the team this season. One the top, two of the bottom. Moore going to hand it off to the side. And now cutting back up the middle. Gain of just 2 for Whittington there. For he's taken down on the play by Davis. UBC leading Q's 3-0 in that one. That is a tank bowl. 15 minutes will come to decision. Oh boy. Ohio State finally beats the stupid team up north. We finally break the curse. Now Indiana, hopefully you get a great show. You have 2 undefeated teams. Moore goes quick, going deep down the field. One-on-one coverage perfectly in stride. Down the near sideline. Jeremiah McClellan. What a throw. It's a dot from the 32 to the 32. Gain of 36 and a first down. Dante Moore projected to be a very high pick in the draft, a top 10, maybe the top 5 pick, one of the first quarterbacks off the board. And throws like that away. That's a perfect dart down the field. They go quick to the line, hand up in the middle. Whittington, he'll get 4, taken down to the 28-yard line. What conference finals are officially determined? Big Ten is. Don't know about the rest just yet. But the name rights will change names to Alaska, Owensfield, Husky Sam. Yep, makes sense. I mean, that's a good combo. Parents left today? All right, bit of a sigh of relief. I get that. Just have the independence. I get it. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom back. Especially with your situation. I get that. They're going to send for you. Big Ten games are never on ESPN. Going deep. Back shoulder to Benson. Incomplete. Tight coverage all the way there. I think Prysock was on the coverage there. Brings up 3rd and 6. Yeah, what's Prysock on that one? That was a great throw, actually, but more. Benson was in his hands. Sticky coverage. Benson, 4 catches, 67 yards last week. Mendoza coming out this year? Yes, Mendoza will be coming out. He'll be a top 2 pick. I choked harder than the Falcons. They did. BYU Texas Tech rematch is set. Yeah, Big 12 is set. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Empty backfield here for Moore. They got 4 on the line. They're going to send 4. Moore. First screen out there going second middle of the field and almost intercepted. Probably should have been looking for McClellan, but overthrew it. Rylon Dillard Allen right through his hands. A bad throw by Moore. Fortunate it wasn't picked off. I'll put a poll up just because we're nearing that time, I believe. Did say we know by 2 o'clock. When I meant 2 o'clock my time. I'll put a poll up. Sappington on for the field goal try. 45 yards. Long this year is 46. That one perfectly straight, and that's got the distance. It's good. 3-0 for the Ducks. They had opening drive field goal. Ty Warren's questionable tomorrow. Ragnow fails physical. Yep, I saw the Ragnow physical. I'm not surprised to come off the bench like that. Now, the thing that shocks me is that he didn't know he had a bad hamstring injury. Like, he didn't know his hamstring was, like, falling off. Over 1 today, I think I can now say Moore is not the guy. No, I don't think he is. He's not going to get fired, but yeah, to not even put up a fight against Ohio State. I think just the clock management. We saw it against Nebraska with the Hail Mary. We saw it against Northwestern. We saw it with Impact 12 and CBS. Yep. We saw it today at the end of the first half. I mean, Moore's just not good at in-game management skills. He just isn't. I think the way he's been tweeting and the way his family's been tweeting, I think he stays. I think he stays. I think it'd be pretty scummy at this point to leave. With how much he's tweeted as of late. So the MAC and CUSA championships. Problem is that interferes with the other games. So the American Championship means more because that could decide a playoff spot. Probably will decide a playoff spot. CUSA, MAC, they will not decide anything. He went still after the Amble because still a chance almost makes the SC championship. I don't know. He's got to make a decision soon because Ole Miss has to know. I mean, at this point, you need to get ready for the next game. You need to get ready for, if you do have to play on Saturday, you got to get ready for that. Mark Stoops on the hot seat. He should be. I think in any normal year, he'd be on the hot seat. I think he's got 1 more year left. The problem is that this cycle is just so insane, and there's so many teams that have vacancies that I think Kentucky's just going to have to keep their coach as a result. Weather loss on weather conditions? Michigan lost on weather conditions? No chance. None. None. It had nothing to do with weather. They were screwed either way. Week of streaming look like. Ooh, and then Bama loses and doesn't make the playoffs. DeBoer gets the axe. Kif goes to Bama being in a better situation than LSU. No, DeBoer's going to stay. DeBoer has still warms up, but he won't be fired. Week of streaming. Sunday Night Football. Obviously, tonight we got the Iron Bowl. Sunday Night Football. Monday, OT stream Monday Night Football. Tuesday, whichever game wins, you make the call. Every donation counts. Toward that counts as triple. So if you have $5 counts as 15, 10 counts as 30. You get the idea. Tennessee, Syracuse, Iowa, Michigan State, Duke, Florida, Oklahoma, Wake Forest. Wednesday, we got 2 college basketball games. I'm not surprised now. He's going to make it by today. If he doesn't make it by today, I'd be surprised. Wednesday, 2 college basketball games, High Point and then Santa Clara. Thursday, overtime stream plus the Thursday night game. Friday night, American Championship. Saturday, Big 12, SEC. And then I think we'll do both Big 10 and ACC at the same time. Right, going on the road next year to Ole Miss. That could be cinema. Kickoff, end zone touch bracket. Pac-12 and CBS start next season. If I'm ever on LiveStream, I won't Lake Kiffin in charge of pulling the club because it takes 6 weeks to make a decision. I love that. Vanderbilt can find their way into the playoffs despite missing the SEC championship. It's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough. Their wins are not the best. 2-loss SEC, tough to keep them out at the same time. The teams they've beaten have not been great, let's say. They lost to Bama, lost to Texas. They got 3 ranked wins, but LSU is not what we thought they were. Missouri is not what we thought they were, and South Carolina is not what we thought they were. Rule Bells friends say, I think fact. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, man. Williams tries the toss, the fake toss. No pressure off the blind side. And he just gets leveled. Scrap that play and never call that one again. Oh, my goodness. The right tackle just refused to pick up anyone on the play. And Williams just takes a shot from Nasir Wyatt. That is one of the worst plays I've seen all season. I think it sounds like Hennessy. Williams, they'll send 4. First read, not there. Now scrambles into his own end zone, throws on the run, and that is a comeback route. Did he make the grab? He did not. Looking on the play for Chris Lawson. Brings up 3rd down. Washington negative offensive yards thus far. That was close to a catch. Did he drag the foot? Took a shot from Baylor Alexander on that one. Texas, I don't know if they're out. Texas, I don't think should be out. Is that knee gliding on the ground? They might review this. That could be a catch. Would be a gain of 6. I feel like Lane leaves because if he would say he would say it already. Yeah. So he went to play players for this. Yeah, he only cares about himself, though. We've known that for a while now. So here's the thing with Texas. They have 3 top 10 wins. They gave A&M their first loss of the season. If they didn't play Ohio State, they win. Like you played Ohio State on the road in the Big House, played them closer than any team has, lost by 1 score. If they played a cupcake opponent instead, they have 2 losses, they're easily in. I think it's a catch too. I think he dragged the foot. But if they had 2 losses, we wouldn't be talking about this. But are you going to punish them for playing number 1 ranked Ohio State? I think if Texas misses, it sets a very dangerous precedent, and teams might not schedule hard opponents in non-conference play. Because Texas would have 2 losses. If they didn't play Ohio State, they'd have 2 losses. So playing rerun? Yep. Yep. That was not a good play. After review, the call is overturned. Gain of 6. Yeah, I thought I dragged the foot. 3rd and 11. I can't punish Texas for a loss to Ohio State by 1 score on the road. I can't punish them for that. So then it comes down, yeah, they're guaranteed to play every year. Yep, that's a protected rivalry. They play every year. Final week of the season. 3rd and 11. All the 23-yard line. So it comes down to, okay, they have 2 losses. But they have 3 top 10 wins. They're going to send 3. Williams, obviously the Florida loss is pretty bad. Williams pressure, has to get rid of it. Trying to escape on the run, fires incomplete, out of bounds. Was looking on the play for Chris Lawson down the near side of the field. But Oregon's getting a lot of pressure. 2 sacks already. Forcing out of the pocket twice on the dropbacks. And Washington gets a punt. Another 3 and out. Miami's convincing locks them in. I don't know if anything locks the 2-loss ACC team in it. I don't know. Fantastic. I do, yes. Nothing, that one. Nothing, Oklahoma, LSU. LSU, there was a bad interception thrown at the goal line. Army Navy taking place this year? That's a good question. Field of the 38-yard line, fair catch call for and made. 40-yard punt. Oregon ball when we get back here. There is a flag on the play, though. Was there contact with the punter? Is it in Philly this year? Where is the game this year? There was some contact. Plant leg? It wasn't much. Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. I played 3 sick cupcakes and lost to Napier. That's true. Running into the kicker, yeah. Now they got the plant leg on that one. Penalty's going to be declined. Oregon ball to 38 when we get back. You've never been to one of these streams before, also. I do this thing called Live Band Karaoke. $50, I'll sing any song you want me to with a live band. I'll post it on Twitter. No questions asked. If you want to know what the song list is, here you go. If you want to know what it sounds like when I do it, I'll leave a link right here. John, someone going to Florida. I'd rather have fish at this point, but look, group of 5 coaches going up to SEC kind of scares me. Obviously, after what happened with Napier, it's not a bad hire, but I could see it. Yes, Stoops might not survive. The problem is that just such a crazy cycle. There's so many vacancies. I think Kentucky might get left out. 120 people. That's a lot of people in that fire. So the song for half off for this stream only is going to be, drum roll please. The song for half off for this stream, $25, gets you Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. So if you want Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, $25, that's the song. One of the most iconic songs ever written. So 3-0 your score. Oregon, last drive, got a field goal. Fortunate to get a field goal because more should have thrown a pick on 3rd down over the middle of the field. Can Oregon, you win this game, you're in. Heck, I just entered the portal too. Yes, it does seem that way at this point. $3-0. At commercial break right now. If Fish leaves Washington, Brady may leave Arizona. I would love that. I would love if they got poached again. I would love if Arizona got poached. As an ASU fan, I would love that. Brandon's done a heck of a job there, too. That's what Fish did in Arizona, and I'm like, he took that program from the gutter. Someone had that team in hell. And I will say this with Fish. He was our OC in Jacksonville, and he did suck over there for the 2 years he was there. Obviously, college is very different than NFL. Very different. Tennessee in the red zone, meanwhile. On Vanderbilt. Over in Neyland. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this game over on CBS. 3-0 your score. We live for the Iron Bowl tonight as well. Alabama against Auburn. Should be a really, really fun game. We'll see what Dante Moore can do here on drive number 2. Oregon defense has done their part so far. No first downs allowed. Arizona being Tampa. I could. Hand him up the middle. Trying to bounce outside. Cuts back inside. Gain of about 3. Makes up 2nd and 7 on the run. That's Jordan Davison, the true freshman back. I could see it. I mean, the Bucks defense has been really shaky as of late. 2 of the top, 3 of the bottom. I'm going to take the Bucks to win. And also, we don't know how healthy Baker is. Pumping on the screen now. Does throw the screen to Davidson on the near side of the field. Down to the 45. Brings up 3rd and 2 before he's brought down by Prysock. With the potential problems of education in colleges, when does it get regulated? Right, not coming to agree is wrong. I'm with you. When does it get relegated? Or regulated? Promise I don't think NCAA had a plan for any of this. I'm not sure it's going to get regulated. They're going to send 3. Like they lost 9-0 in the Supreme Court. Crosser well behind his man. I don't know what that was. He had a clean pocket all day to throw. Had his back, De'Ara Hill, wide open on the crosser on the near side of the field. It's going to be a quick 3 and out. Moore could have taken off and run. He had the crosser wide open. I don't know what he's looking at. He misses that throw because that was a very easy throw. You know, middle school quarterback completes that one. That was bad. Yeah, Yale down by 28 points. That was a statement game. That was a big win for the Ivy League. Governor should step in. I'm with you. I'm with you. Punt here by Ferguson Reynolds. Field at the 14-yard line and brought down at the 15. Yeah, Baker regurgitating the fireball offensive balls. I'm with you. 100% with you there. You know, we built the 15-yard line. Punt about 40 yards there. Because the Ivy League got 2 spots. Obviously, they got the automatic spot and the at-large. And with the way Harvard looked, again, Ivy League schedules are not that tough. So with the way Harvard looked, if Yale lost in a bloodbath, I think next year, I don't think more than the auto bid would have made it in the Ivy. The fact that Yale won that game and came back, it's like, okay, the Ivy can play. Cameron Smith on the transfer portal. I don't know how they would do it, though. I don't know how. You could use interstate commerce. You could use that. I mean, they technically have the right to do it with interstate commerce. But will they do it? I don't know. I mean, kids transfer a ton. But the problem is that people transfer for a lot of different reasons, not for money. Right, so the buyouts, yep. Cal wants to be San Diego State's coach. I think it's a good move. I think it's a pretty good move. The way the Aztecs have looked. Well, High Point basketball won earlier today. Won by 22. All right, realignment 2. I don't know realignment, but High Point 6-1 this season. Well, surprised the Lakers didn't use the NBA Cup floor last night because of slippage issues. I love that. I love that so much. No, I was with you on Sports Talk with the buyouts, yeah. It's a lot of money that could be going to other places. Just pay people not to work. I completely get that. 3-0 your score. Washington, 2 drives, 2 3-and-outs. Offensive line's got manhandled today. 2 sacks, and also 2 times the rolling set to flee the pocket. Turkey and chicken do not go together. You are not wrong there. Yeah, turducken's weird. 7-0 Tennessee, by the way. Okay, Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss AD are meeting right now as we speak. Obviously, we will monitor the situation. First down here for the Huskies at the 15-yard line. Also, Lem Barney is alive. Lem Barney, I know we talked about his death earlier. Lem Barney, NBC reported it that he was dead. He is alive. Lem Barney is alive. I don't know how it started, but the Hall of Fame tweeted out, NBC tweeted out, and now it's a fake report. So he is alive, which is good. Williams keeps himself on the read option. He'll get 5s at the 20-yard line. So I'm not sure what happened there, but this kid's go to old Pac-12 schools and expect fly across the country. They did not know. Paramount Max? That would make sense, yeah. I think that would be the most. Come with your word is each SC fan makes one to do. Oh. I mean, I think Mississippi State wants him to go to LSU, and LSU wants him to go to LSU. Other than that, I think everyone wants him to stay at Ole Miss. Stop it here for an injury. Pitch in the Iowa game. Appreciate you, man. No, I don't like Sanford Sire at all. The injured player there for Oregon was Dylan Tianeman. Back on our way here. 2nd and 5. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back. And there, yeah, I obviously won't give it a say. Yeah, I get that. Right, you won't give it a say. Bounce to the outside. It's Muhammad to the 30. Muhammad to the 40. Cuts up field at the 44-yard line. We're taken down by Aaron Flowers. Gain of 23 and a first down. 2014 playoff by what year? I'm not sure if we're going to see that. 20 I could see. See, worse than Reich. It'd be hard to be worse than Reich. I think with the way Kiffin was tweeting, it indicates that he's staying, but I don't know. I can't figure him out. Yeah, Stanford Sire's not crazy about that. As long as he goes to LSU or stays, he'll miss him. Cool. So you're going to be right on that one. He's not going to Florida. One bomb on the screen. They'll stretch it out. Muhammad, once again, he'll be brought down the 47-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. If Vandy OU lose, Texas might not make it because their only good wins are Vandy, OU, and A&M. So still pretty good wins. You know, OU's top 25. They'd leapfrog Oklahoma. Vandy would still be top 25. And A&M there. Yeah, 20. I think the next 15 years. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's not Lobro State anymore. They're going to send 4. Swings out behind the line to the far side. Muhammad makes a man miss in the open field. He's got the first down at the 45-yard line. Muhammad on the swing pass. Nice job in the open field. It's that juke move one-on-one. Brandon Finney, the true freshman, cannot bring him down. Muhammad this season only had 14 catches entering this game. Him in the open field, good things can happen. Good idea for OT doing tonight. Ooh. Here lies Lobro State 20-21-25, then salute while playing bugle, recording the taps. That'd be great. First down. Williams gets a block from his tight end. Fires in the flat. That's caught at the 40. That's a first down at the 30. The way now they're just going to see the ball hit the ground. Not for a long time. I don't see it. Not a great throw. Amari Evans, he was wide open. But that throw skipped on the turf. It was a one-hopper. Incomplete. 2nd down. It's wide open. Would have been an easy first down. Got a nice block, too, by Roebuck, the freshman wideout. It would have been a gain of about 6 yards, but ball hit the ground. 2nd and 10. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right is Muhammad. Haven't seen Coleman on this drive. They're going to hand off to Muhammad. Nothing doing. Bryce on the stop brings up 3rd down at the 44-yard line. Best drive so far for the Huskies today after getting 3 and out the first 2 drives. Can they capitalize on it? If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode of Town. If you are a member, we have emojis in the chat. 12 seem good. It's better than 4. I still think it'd be pretty exclusive if you go to 20. Yeah, it was, well, the problem with that JFK was there was a 13-minute drive. Slam pass here, way overthrown, was wide open. Was wide open on that one. It's a bad miss by Williams. 2 bad misses on that drive. Had a slam pass, had the inside leverage. Everyone that could still be chaos? There still can be, yes. Enemy's got shells in at large, too. It's going to be tough. Everyone, my local stations is coming in. Bear in mind, antenna despite being 40 degrees, rainy, and slightly breezy. That makes no sense. Give me the Century coming next week. Ohio State, Indiana is going to be fun. Be more fun under the old rules, where the top 4 conference champions get punt field at the 5 and kept out of the end zone. Beautiful job there by the gunning team. And eventually down to the 3. My clock should not be running. Down at the 3-yard line. 41-yard punt. Give him a 23, yes. Wait, now they're saying touchback. They're going to change the call. They're now saying touchback. I think the question is, did Prysock have his foot on the line? He didn't touch the ball. He didn't touch the ball. No, that shouldn't be a touchback. I don't want to. No, that should be a touchback. Should be ball to 3. 16 team, would that work? It wouldn't really give a lot of incentive for. Wouldn't really give a lot of incentive for being the And that should not be a touchback. They changed play rules to Notre Dame. Yep. I think also they realized last year after all 4 top seeds lost, or 2 of them were double-digit favorites. Like, I know the old rules, Ohio State, Indiana means a lot more. Is the game still 27? Yeah, I think 27 we're going to get 18 games. I think what was very interesting about, like, the old format, common championships meant more. Like, Ohio State, Michigan does not mean anything. The ball, not the player. In that case, it might be a touchback. In that case, it might be. They changed the call. Good effort, though. It's going to be ball the 20-yard line. That's where Moore and company are going to start the start. Though it was a pretty good punt. Just couldn't keep it out. Both quarterbacks off to a rough start. 2 for 5 for both of them. Missing some wide open throws. Including Williams on a slant and a pass to the flat. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, post the challenge on. TV, the signal starts to cut out when it goes below 40%. ABC station showing around 70%. NBC 100%, like it usually is, of course. CBS 77%. And Fox 85%. So I type this. Returns to the 1 pick. Do they take Bain straight up? I think they trade back. I think they're trading back. When's the current CBA expire? Well, they have a chance to renew it. It was a 10-year deal that started in 2020. 2021. 16 teams, even if there's no buy symmetrical platform ads. That's fair. So bad fan posted? Oh no. Short meaning LSU, long stay? Might be the opposite. I don't know. I don't know. Kids still hustle? I have no idea. No clue. It's going to be tough for ACC to get 2 teams in. Miami seats close to, so it's easy to pick up. I ball the 20 here for Oregon. 23 won't be 18. They wouldn't shoot it right down because they get more money. I think 27 will get to 18. Handle the middle here to the 25-yard line, but 23-1 definitely. Gain of 5 on the run up the middle. It's Whittington. 2nd and 5. Yeah, 2031 definitely. 2027, I think we will get it. December Madness is with 64. And yeah, why not? Let's just let half the teams in. Right, kind of after too many college football playoff teams after point, probably like 24, yeah. Just like FCS. Play action here. More one-on-one coverage. Going down the sideline. Incomplete. Too much on it. Looking for Sadiq, the junior tight end, on the fly route. Couldn't corral it. 3rd and 5. For Iron Bowl, I think we will. Yes. I think we will know. Depends on where you live and where your antenna's positioned relative to the local broadcast service. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah, Mouthguard looks like a flag. I'm with you. Run Davison more. Yeah, they're not really running him a lot so far. Been a lot of Whittington. 1 on the top, 4 at the bottom. Whittington in the backfield now. He'll go to his right, so 1 on the top, 3 at the bottom. 5 on the clock. Moore gets it off. They're going to send forward the delayed blitz. Doesn't see it. Down he goes to the 27-yard line. Didn't see the delayed blitz. Dylan Robinson, the safety blitz. Loss of 7. Never picked up the blitz. He was staring at him too. It's to his strong side. No one picked him up. And Robinson takes him down. You think the game's a done deal? It's going to happen at some point, yeah. Will you have a plexus panel? I hope not. I hope they don't. So a quick 3 and out here for the Ducks. 3 drives, just 3 points to show for it. That punt will be downed at the 32, but it was last touched by an Oregon player, or first touched by an Oregon player at the 38, and then a flag afterwards for unsportsmanlike conduct. So Washable to 38. So that's where the ball was first touched by Oregon. But who's this on? Flag came after the play was done. Again, once it touches an Oregon player, the worst that can happen, it goes back to the original spot. So after the play, kicking team. That's a bad penalty too. Ball at the 38, now move it up 15 yards. They're going to have it in plus territory. Around the 47-yard line. I think he said something. Hey, let's see this again. Oh, the shove, yep. The shove after the play. It wasn't much, but it's getting chippy. It is getting a little bit chippy out there. And now they're discussing this. It'll be at the 47-yard line. So great field position for Washington. Right, buys for the 1 seed, which they should be buys for the 1 seed. It should be an incentive to do it. So 4:05 to go in the first. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode, tell the channel again. Every donation counts toward you make the call. How I'm going to decide which game we're calling college basketball. Don't have the most contact on that play. Nope. There was a play by the punter. That was at least before the whistle blew. First play handoff here for Muhammad. He'll get right by the sticks. They'll give it to him at the 36-yard line up the middle. Yeah, I'm with you now, Byron. I'm with you. Spins off 2 guys and brought down the 36-yard line. I'm going to say he's a yard shy. 2nd and 1. Still a good run to start. Back to his right. Handoff here, Muhammad bounced outside to the 30, stiff arm, and brought down the 22-yard line by Tiedemann. That's a first down. Gain of about 13. Washington run pretty well with Muhammad so far. Makes a juke move inside, then the stiff arm there, gets some extra yards, eventually brought down by the legs. But a beautiful block there by Roebuck. He's been a few good blocks today, the true freshman wideout. To get to the second level. Most anticipated coaching decisions since... Ooh. I mean, Bama, we didn't know who they were going to hire, but DeBoer was pretty quick. 3 at the bottom of the screen. Play action. Pump fake the screen. Go in deep. Double coverage. Picked off. Horrible throw. And Jaden Kennedy gets the INT. I don't know what Williams was looking at there. It was double coverage. He throws his 7th pick of the season. Was looking deep for Boston. Was guarded by a linebacker and a corner. No harm done for the Ducks. They get it right back at the 20. Jaden Kennedy. Pump fake on the screen, taking the deep shot. Screen wheel concept to some extent. Did not work out. His 2nd pick of the season. Bad throw, bad decision. Just take what's there. The screen was there for at least a gain of 4. In terms of singular coach, oh, it's been most anticipated decision in a while. I can't remember the last time we had a decision that's anticipated. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Injured Oregon. Moore will keep himself on the read option. The 25 and out of bounds to the 27. Got a block there in the second level. Down the near side. 2nd and 3. If Lynn just said we go to Penn State, that'd be pretty funny. It's a complete wildcard school. I can't even imagine. 2nd and 4. 1 the top, 2 the bottom, the pistol here. Tight end in motion is Sadiq to the top of the screen. They'll give it up the middle. And brought down at the 29-yard line goes Whittington. Brings up 3rd and 1. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton here. Let's try to grow this community even more. We're live for the Bama-Auburn game tonight. Got the Iron Bowl. It should be a fun one. As it always is. 3rd down. Moore goes under center. I formation here. I'll give it to the fullback. It's Davison. And he should have enough. I would think he's got the yard. I need to get to the 30. I think he got there. Linebacker, running back, linebacker, fullback. Davison gets the ball there. Had to get to the 30. I think he got there. That extra effort. That push by Janoris Wilson as well helped out. That's a 1st down. I want to try it on 10 and be able to pick up everything very loosely. I would have a feeling too, especially because it doesn't get rainy here. The weather is always pretty good, so maybe I'll have to get it at some point. Half of the middle. Once again, it's Davison. This time, we'll get about a yard. That's it. Taken down by Alexander. Siri Alexander at the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9. Also on the stop, there was Bryce Butler, the redshirt junior defensive lineman. Should know 3-0 Oklahoma against LSU. Oklahoma wins, they're in. They lose, you figure they're out. 2nd down. Davison to his left. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Moore takes it. They're going to send 5. Sees the pressure, out route. Bobbled. I'm not sure he got the foot in. They're going to say yes. It's a catch by Jamari Johnson. But he did bobble the ball. Was that foot out of bounds? Hang on a second. I don't know. Takes it to the end of the quarter. They might review this. So the first, every game's still in the first. LSU Oklahoma still in the first. So we go to the 2nd. If it stands at the game at 12, I'm not sure he caught that ball. He did bobble it. Was that foot down when he regained possession is the question. As long as foot is... Right, if the foot's down, he did get possession again, but if it was the foot down when he bobbled it. Was the foot down when he bobbled it is the question. And regained it. I don't know. We'll have an entire break to decide on this one. We go to the 2nd. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. We do have emojis in the chat. If you are a member, you can join us for either one of these teams. Or an Oregon fan or a Washington fan. We got Bama Auburn later tonight. Should be a fun one. Game taking forever for a low-scoring game. A lot of 3-and-outs, that's why. We can't be blessed with Ohio State, Michigan, where it was like a 13-minute drive. That sped things up a ton. You don't review it all? Yeah. I mean, I would take a look at this one. I would definitely take a look. Hey, Washington, I don't blame you. If you're an Oregon fan, I don't blame you. How's it going, AP Solomon? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate being a member, as always. Pete Carroll's son coaching the O-line for the Raiders. The O-line's a mess. The O-line on the Raiders is an absolute joke. It's the worst O-line in football. There's no close second. I mean, Pete Carroll's doing a terrible job with the Raiders. That whole coaching staff's a mess. Make Chip Kelly the highest paid OC, and then you fire him. I mean, it's a disaster. It's a disaster there. 3-0 Ducks. They get it here. When we get back. Jeff Goldblum doesn't feel like the wizard. He's got a unique cadence to him. Jeff Goldblum was just Jeff Goldblum. Something too, like Prince of Egypt was a great movie, but like Jeff Goldblum speaks, so you could only hear Jeff Goldblum. Like you're kind of taken out of the movie because Jeff Goldblum is literally just Jeff Goldblum. I love the guy. Oh, that's awful, Byron's. Put soda on you? That's awful. Sorry to hear them out. That's awful. You know, he's on NFL caliber, OC. Yeah, they're a college football program right now, do the buyouts? Yep. And that's a team that has no idea how to hire a coach. NBC, CBS, and Fox News are looking in the same general direction, but ABC is about 45-degree turn northeast of that sight line. Where is it? That works. Antonio Pierce being a mulligan? No. No, you don't do that. You do not give a guy a second chance to be a head coach with the same team after firing him the previous year. Maybe he gets hired by a different team, but no. Yeah, Malcolm was Malcolm. Yep, that's also true. All right, first down. They don't review the play. Ball the 44. Yeah, we were like 10 to 15 years ago. Yep, they're way past their prime. Play action. Moore, all day to throw. Deep shot, wobbly throw, incomplete. There was a push. Yeah, that's a flag, I was going to say. Prysock pushed the receivers. He was trying to come back for the ball. Easy call at the 41-yard line. Was looking for Malik Benson down the near side of the field. Easy PI call there. No word on Kiffin yet. No word. Gruden, I think as long as the lawsuit's happening, it's not going to get anything. First down, the 41-yard line. Ronaldo's one of the best of all time, so. Memo's Iron Bowl almost goes SC Telegram. It's blown out. It's almost gone if Kiffin, almost out if Kiffin leaves. You can't punch him for a 13th game. Have in the middle here, Davison down to the 38. I don't think they're out. I wouldn't put him out. No, so against Fox tomorrow, therefore no opportunity for them to realize the flaws of their go out. Unfortunately. We saw Ohio State, Michigan, but they actually have a, still a bad bug, but it's not the worst bug. Yeah, Gruden got hosed. Yep, and that's what the lawsuit's about. Saying down the 38-yard line. Despite that coaching team, you're not going to have a guy do GM and head coaching duties. Despite that, I don't think he has any coaching experience. One at the top, two at the bottom. Moore, they'll send 4. Out route, caught, but tackled immediately. Sadiq going nowhere. Maybe got 1 or 2. Vincent Holmes on the stop. Third down. Bama wins the Iron Bowl, so almost avoids the SC Championship with an opportunity to lose another game. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Where it's like, your resume right now is you're in. Why let the committee decide? It's one of the problems with this, with the format to some extent. With the committee as well. A 13th game, you have an extra sample size. To the top, one bomb back to his right. Yeah, better college bugs in the NFL. Yep, it's not saying much, but they do. What they got italicized logos. Limited Utah? Yes, Utah's not making it. Touchdown Vanderbilt, by the way. Third down. Moore going to keep himself on the read option. He's got the first and then some bouncing outside. Brought down the 29-yard line by Vincent Holmes. It sounds like a tech company, it does. Right, otherwise, you like Auburn. If Ole Miss was undefeated, we're talking about this, yes. Or if Kiffin was staying, like you knew Kiffin was staying, different story. Now, I think if Kiffin stays, if he announced he's staying before the Iron Bowl, then you can root for Auburn to win. 3 bombers stream back to his left. They're going to send 4. More pump fake just to chuck that into the dirt. Davison was the intended target. I almost said being in Georgia. It's going to be tough. We saw him play. I mean, to be fair, it was a close game when they met in Georgia. Grounding, no. He threw it at someone's feet. So when you throw it at someone's feet, you're okay. You had a bad film out today? Yeah, but GG's right. I say, yeah, they just dominated. Carroll gets Kevin same mind they go to Tom Stoller out with Greg Olson. They could do that. Bears are just a mess right now. It's a bad vacancy for a lot of reasons. One at the top, two at the bottom, two in the backfield. Moore fakes the swing pass, now fires the screen over the middle to Sadiq. He'll be brought down after a gain of about 3 at the 27-yard line by Zach Durfee. So they fake the screen to the near side and then go with the tight end screen over the middle. Good play design. 2 options on a screen, but Washington not fooled. I've got a bad thought about this, yep. Pump fake one screen, then that beautiful post screen to Sadiq. I think it's available in the flat. But 3rd and 7. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, back to his left. Gonna swing it out to the near side. It's caught by Whittington. Whittington looking for some blockers for the 25. And he'll be close. He's about a yard shy at the 21-yard line. 4th and 1. We'll see if they leave the offense on the field. Speak fast and Slim Shady and Rap God. I try to get to everything in the chat, that's why. I'm juggling like 10 different things at once. Brought out on the play by Dillard Allen. 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense on the field. No surprises here. They're going for it. Sound tired? No, I'm not tired. No, just when this week is always tough because you call 8 football games in 3 days. So the voice does take a bit of a beating. But we're all good. I'm better than I was last year, I can tell you that much. Handle up the middle. Way short, but a timeout was called. Oregon dodged a bullet. Play was blown dead. He's going to Indy next week, I think. I think that's what I heard. They go to Atlanta Celebration Bowl. Timeout emoji? Nah, I'm not sure what timeout emoji would even look like. He was stuffed well shy, but the play was blown dead. They got the timeout in time. Yeah, I think they're going... It's Indy next week. Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. So not doing Army Navy. And then they'll go to a playoff game. One of the Saturday games. I think my source said the latest one. So the night game, which I don't know why the night game, because the night game, they don't have the rights to. It's on TNT. But they're going to go with the Saturday night playoff game. I would assume if it's Oregon, they won't do that because they already went to Eugene twice. I would assume not Eugene. 4th and 1. They'll still keep the offense on the field. Dodged a bullet there. Getting the timeout just in time before the play got blown dead. Or was blown up, I should say. 2 at the top of the screen. Back to his left. Moore takes it. Speed option. Toss out to the near side. He's got space. Whittington 10. 5. Out of bounds at the 4. A speed option to the near side of the field. Dillard Allen on the stop. It's a gain of 17 and a first down. They have Whittington lined up to his left. Then they move him to the right on the snap. Fools everyone. And Whittington now goes down to the 1. Durfee on the stop. A pitch well works. Yep. I mean, speed option. I mean, the option play is not a bad play. It's not really like a traditional toss. It's an option play, so I'm okay with that. So the near side was interesting, but worked out. Trips the bottom of the screen. They go quick. Whittington. Fake. Moore on the read option. Keeps himself. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown Ducks. 9-0. First down lane crowd. The game's in Washington. That's why they're not cheering about it. Fakes the give up the middle. And Durfee took the running back. Left no one on the quarterback. For Dante Moore, just his second rushing touchdown of the season. A 7-minute drive with a big 4th down conversion. Running it down their throats, that drive. Sappington makes it 10-0. Oregon wins. They're in the playoff. They cannot make it. Meanwhile, LSU just gave you a 3-3 against Oklahoma. Tennessee touchdown. We're going to be tied at 14 there. They cannot make it to the Big Ten championship. They have a loss in Big Ten play against Indiana. Ohio State and Indiana both undefeated, both in the regular season and in conference play. So, obviously, those are the two teams that are in. But Oregon's not getting left out. They win this game. One loss. Your one loss was to an undefeated Indiana team. You got some good wins. They're in. Right, Gary game's starting. Yep, that game is completely irrelevant at this point. I just want the season to be done with. Yeah, not happy with Summerall. I think with the whole booster situation, and I think just skepticism after Napier got fired, some skepticism in terms of, oh, we got one group of 5 coach, now we're getting another one. Washington's got to score this drive. It really needs to score this drive. Washington, this game, has done basically nothing offensively. The Huskies have had 4 drives, 2 3-and-outs, an interception. They got the ball to start. So, Oregon gets it to start the second half. Could be a very dicey situation over there. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out on the channel so we try and grow this community of subscribers even more. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Western Michigan versus Miami, Ohio for the championship. Wow. I got WMU in that one. I'll take the Broncos. Man. That works. Yeah, I think that works as a time and emoji. I think that does. The best regular season game this season? Oh, man. Scar A&M is up there. Notre Dame Miami was fun. Notre Dame A&M was great. Notre Dame A&M might be the best. Notre Dame Texas A&M might be the best game of this regular season. Joseph Lindsey Wilson for Indiana Wesleyan. NAIA football playoff game. Really good. That's good. I guess it was freezing. Whether in Ohio was any indication, I was guessing it's freezing over there. Yes, Utah, Kansas State. Yes, that's another great pick. Yes. Utah, Kansas State, 100%. Great pick. Return of Banana Peel? Yep. That's a phenomenal pick, actually. Oregon, Indiana, that was a great game, too. $10-0 your score. Sappington kicks it off. Louisville, Kentucky, you like that one. I get why. Takes 2 bounces, field on the hop of the 10 to the 20, space to the 30 up the middle to the 35, breaks a tackle to the 40, and down to the 44. Well, that's the return they needed. Muhammad, good return there. Taking off 2 bounces. Ball near midfield. It's going to be announced Sunday because of the computer rankings, yeah. Couldn't field it cleanly off the second hop, but usually when that ball is loose, a lot of people lose their assignment. Lose contain. That's what happened there. Washington's going to have good field positions. They try to make it a 1-score game. And they've got to score here. Ball the 45. Hand him up the middle. It's Coleman down to the 49. Jonah Coleman, the senior running back, leads the team in rushing this year with over 650 yards. Hadn't appeared since the first drive. How they do 6-6? I think that's a pretty good start. I think Delaware's 6-6. That's about exceeding expectations for first year in FBS. It's pretty good. 2nd 6. Stretch play to the outside. Coleman this time is stuffed. Going to the far side on the stretch. He's going to lose 3. Blake Purchase Knocks him down. 3rd and 9. I mean, for a few friends that are at that game, that's my biased answer. Yeah, that's also a great pick, too. That's objectively a very good pick. Michigan protected the end by standing on, so Ohio State couldn't plant the flag on it. I love it. God, maybe they play better defense. Maybe they protected their end zone. Instead of midfield, they might have won the game. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, back to his right. Now, Robot goes in motion to the bottom of the screen. Williams, they'll send 4. Pressured. Trying to step up and climb. Trying to bounce outside. Throwing on the run across his body. Wide open. Caught at the 38. Oregon adamant to hit the ground. They're going to say it's a clean catch for the moment. Amari Evans. Tough grab on a low throw. Let's double check this. Oh, did the nose hit the ground? Let's see. This is close. Looks good to me, I think. I can only be available until like 2 a.m. Looks good to me. Montana's North and South Dakota, UC Davidson Mountain West. That'd be a good fit. Did he catch? I'll put a poll up. When the initial call was catch. You have to overturn it. It did move. Hang on, it did move. I don't think the nose initially hit, but it did move. There's got to hear. Then it hits the ground. It didn't hit at first. It hits eventually. The face of the ball hits. It does move. I don't think that's a catch. I don't think this is a catch. The nose initially didn't hit, but then the face hit. The game of the century. Yeah, we're going to do that and the ACC game at the same time, I think. Yeah, I don't think that's a catch. I give them some teams in the Midwest. It makes sense because he's kind of on an island. Williams missed a few guys wide open today. I don't think that's going to stand. Good effort by Evans. Somehow I don't think this is going to stand. Incomplete. Yep. 43% of you thought it was on a catch, and those 43% were right. I want Duke to make it just for chaos. Duke makes it, wins, and then misses the playoff, and JMU gets in. That'd be so funny. Meeting's still going. Oh, man. So 4th down off the punt. Can't take advantage of the good field position. A punt at the 47-yard line. Getting all the yellow. It's not good right now. The punt here. Angled out of bounds. Not great. Right on the 23-yard line. Just 30 yards of net on that one. Luke Dunn does not get it inside the 20. Oregon will have it when we get back. Chance to go by 3 scores. Managed to make Indiana 1, Ohio State number 4 through 7. Yes. $14-all Tennessee Vandy. 3-3 LSU Oklahoma. Big one there over on ABC, obviously. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. You haven't mean to get that wrong. I have no idea. Like the thing with the Tom Grossi one that was clearly AI, but everyone reported on Len Barney. The Hall of Fame sent out a tweet. NBC put out an article. How did everyone get it wrong? I don't know how that's possible. I legit have no clue how they got the Barney news wrong. The Hall of Fame put out a tweet about it. How that happened. Len Barney is not dead, no. The Hall of Fame put out a tweet. NBC put out an article. Apparently, he is very much alive. Yeah, the worst reporting in NFL history. That'll be a video at some point. Yeah, I can't wait for the Kiffin decision. Yeah, that's the new Marvel. There you go. So ball to 23. Yeah, literally, Hall of Fame and NBC did that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ran with it. Like, it wasn't like blatantly AI. Like, I don't even know how that happened. Because like the Hall of Fame literally put out a mass communication email and then was like, "Yeah, resend this. Like, he's very much still alive." Yeah, young sensation with the locals week. They should be, yes. Garfield is a mascot for a healthy cat. That is very contradictory. Ball to 24, play action. Moore rolls out to the near side. Fires on the run in the flat. That's caught. Gain of 4. Out of bounds to the 28. Malik Benson pushed out there by Dylan Robinson. Snow's coming down my area. Nice. As long as I have to shovel it. Set on for halftime? I think I am. SC is right, but the gap is closing. Yes, it is. I think I'm staying on because no one else is doing this game. And by no one else is doing the game, I mean there are other people doing the game, but no one's showing the game illegally, so we should be staying on. Yeah, Young Sensei should be the Olcos. And the media for Len Barney should be. Yeah, that would be insane RC if that happened. Toss play here. It's Hill, his first carry of the day. He makes a juke move for a first down at the 34-yard line. Juking out Rainy Sale out of his shoes. You set it down to the 34. And they got maybe the deepest backfield in all of college football with Hill, Davison, and Whittington. 2 of them being true freshmen. 2 freshmen, I should say. And Sadiq with a nice block. That's tight end. I have to shovel out. That sucks. One of the top 2 of the bottom. Problem is that the bottom of the Big Ten is so bad. The bottom of the Big Ten is what holds it back. Stretch play here. Once again, it's Hill. But this time gets brought down immediately at the 36-yard line. Trying to bounce outside. Dillard Allen on the stop. Doof makes a spine error to spot Kevin Smeenan. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be a fun one. Second down. You can fit in 2030. Oh, man. That's going to be great. Yep, that's definitely going in the queue. In terms of stuff I'm going to be doing in 5 years' time. Yeah, this wasn't even AI. I'm with you, Dr. Checkmate. This was not AI. Look at the top 2 of the bottom. They're going to send 4. More. Middle of the field. Open. Caught at the 45-yard line. And down to the 44 goes Jamari Johnson. Extra belly button. Belly button. Easily belly button. Like, AI was like the Tom Grossi death. Or the Steve Tasker death. This was like actually reported on by the Hall of Fame. Screen pass here to the near side. Gain of 6 for Sadiq at the 39-yard line. Like, this was not an AI report that people ran with. This was verified sources saying this. Actually, for rotate. Ooh, nice. It depends on the AI tool. It depends on what it is. Because, I mean, we've used AI for a while. Just it's now more widespread. It does more. Handoff here up the middle. Whittington. We brought down at the 37-yard line. 6 to go. Oregon's looking very good so far. 3rd and 2. Duke leads Wake 14-10. I want Duke to win. Just have chaos. Duke wins the ACC. Doesn't get the spot. JMU gets in. North Texas gets in. Just go crazy. 3rd and 2. Right, send Snooks. The home not contact his family? I have no idea. To the top of the screen. Play action. More. Flushed out. Looking to throw on the run. Juke move to escape 1 sack. Can't escape the 2nd. Brought down the 40. I think it was Davis who got the stop. 4th down. Yeah, it's a mess, Michael. I'm with you. I'm with you. Davis in on that alongside Rainey Sale. I would think they go for it here at the 39-yard line. They will. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down today. Got the 4th and 1 on the touchdown drive. They'll motion Davison over. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Moore. They'll send 4. Has all day. Open in the middle of the field. It's caught. First down, it's Benson. No one on him. Had all day to throw. Don't know what that defense was. That's a first down. Benson just a deep in route. Brought down by Dillard Allen. Had all day to throw. They send 4. It was 3 and then delayed blitzer. Oregon picks up the delayed blitzer. Gives more all day. And Benson's wide open. In the red zone once again. First down at the 16-yard line. One at the top, one at the bottom, 2 in the backfield. They'll give it to the side. It's Hill. Trying to bounce to the near side. And he runs it to his own lineman. Forced down on the play by Ziri Alexander. Loss of 1. Second 11. We mount our SMU calendar and eyeball. Perfect. Under 4 to go. And Oregon gets the ball to start the second half. Washington definitely in a pickle right now. Got a home to 3 here. Make it a 3-score game. It's going to be very tough. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 2 in the backfield. Moore. Hands off up the gut. And brought down at the 14-yard line. Gain of 3. As Davison. And Jedfish taking a timeout. He recognizes the situation. Jedfish wants time for the ball. Heidi, not yet. Make up a quarterfinals so Jet starts on the 9th. I mean, to be fair, quarterfinals actually do matter. The quarterfinals actually, that's a regular season game. What is no longer required to wear knee pads? I guess not. Yeah, BYU against Tech. I think BYU's got to win that game. I think with their schedule, they have to win the Big 12. I know the 13th game sample size, but their schedule's not the best. Only for a timeout? I don't hate it. Or you might be my number 3. I have no problem with it. But I like Georgia, and obviously Notre Dame's playing out of their minds right now. 3rd and 8. Jedfish wants as much time as possible. And the day of the NBA Cup Final, doing some college basketball. Yes. Suns almost beat the Thunder last night. I did see that. Which I was watching actually need. The more time doesn't hurt. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his left. They're going to send 4. Going deep on the corner route, end zone, diving, grab it out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Sadiq, he was open. Diving grab, he landed awkwardly too. He's down. He is down. Landed awkwardly. Whole body's out of bounds, elbow landed out of bounds. Have to settle for 3. And now, obviously, attention turns to the junior tight end. Is he going to be okay? Leading receiver on the team this year. Just under 500 yards. We'll go to a timeout. Gotta drag the toes down. Yep. I mean, the elbows were out, too. So, sell for 3. Right, of course, it's a regular season game. Championship means nothing. That's why I wanted the Suns, if they weren't going to win last night, to get blown out. I didn't want the Suns making it. Michigan going to finish tonight. I have to download the footage, so maybe Monday I'll have it out. Because now the Suns play the Thunder again. Taylor Swift Christmas special thing, it's just an inside look at her tour. That's all it is. Inside look at her tour. Sons of the quarters, yes, they are. I've not seen anything about Kiffin. I'll let you know, Kiffin. I've seen nothing about it. I've seen nothing about Kiffin. There are no news on Kiffin. They still require knee pad, just sound forced at all. It does feel that way. Someone's going to love it. It's going to set ratings records for Disney+. Win the quarters on semis, lose the final. I'm fine with that. Problem is that, like, if we went 3-1, but didn't make it on point differential, and we did not make the Cup finals, where did we on Fox? I have no idea. Like, if we didn't do that, we played the Clippers. Much easier opponent than playing the Thunder on the road. 2 wins on the record, but no extra money for Booker. Yeah. Same old Vandy. Yep, I had Tennessee win that game. Yeah, they're going to take the 3. 4th and 8th, they'll take the 3. But that's why the Cup sucks. Because, like, I don't care about these players making money. Like, as a fan, would I rather play the Clippers at home or the Thunder on the road? If I want to improve my regular season record, get a top 6 seed, make the playoffs, I'd rather play the Clippers at home than the Thunder on the road. That's what that sucks about it. Yeah, we care about them making extra money. Field goal's good, 13-0. That's why the Cup format is awful. Some more likely to Florida? Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Yeah, I think it's like dropping out of the Auburn things after deep negotiations. If they had a chance to be legit, yeah. Can we go to the Giants or the Raiders? Well, the Raiders, it already happened. He already went to the Raiders. It didn't work out. Granted, he was a lot younger back then. Giants. Problem is that the Giants. He has an interview with the Giants. The Giants also have to do the Rooney Rule interviews. And the problem with the Giants is that if you don't get the job, then you're completely locked out. Because by that point, all colleges have a coach there and winter workouts at that point. You're screwed at that point. Oh, no, Vandy's not making it. No, Vandy, even if they won today, Vandy wasn't making it. Getting it fired before the end of the year, he might. No one's arguing about sports talk. People were saying, I mean, Texas beat Vandy. It was, even if Vandy won, they would have an uphill climb to make it with their schedule. Like, Vandy in the playoff was always a slim chance, even with a win, let alone a loss. A loss, they're out. That's not even close. Kickoff, end zone, touchback, 25. Yeah, they're scared by the previous sin. Also his attitude, yeah. He wants to coach with Dart. And that would be fun, but I don't see it. The only way he might take Giants if he stays at Ole Miss, if that makes sense. He stays Ole Miss and then the Giants come in and like, hey, you want to come coach our team? Then maybe, but you're not going to take a job at LSU and then 3 weeks later take a different job. Williams going deep on the first play. Flag for PI. Easy call. Boston was getting mugged on that one. Dragged to the ground on the near side by Iffy. Free 15 yards. Moving up to the 40. Washington called a timeout earlier to have more time on the clock. I like that by Jetfish. So they have 2 left, 3 minutes, plenty of time to try and get a touchdown, making a 1-score game. Because again, Oregon gets the ball to start the half. One of the top, 2 of the bottom. If any Citrus Bowl, I could see that. I think it's going to be Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. I feel like death taxes Michigan playing in Orlando for a bowl game. Hand up in the middle, it's going to get 1. One of the top, 2 of the bottom, back to his right. Going to go quick. Williams, they'll send 4. First read. Stares him down. Out route caught. Ducks underneath the tackler. Down to the 49. Good job there avoiding the tackle by Kennedy. I believe it's Raiden Vines Bright, the true freshman runner, his first of the day. 3rd and 1. Giants have, should the Giants pull Dart out for the year because the season's already done? I mean, I get the idea of getting the reps. They're going to actually give him the first down at the 50. I get the idea of getting the reps. I just worry about his health, seeing as he's taking a lot of concussions. Two at the top, one at the bottom, back to his right. Hand off to the side. Coleman to the 45 on the near side, pushed out of bounds to the 40, gain of 10 and a first, iffy on the stop. That should take us to the 2-minute timeout. And it will. We're going to mark him just a yard shy. 2nd and 1. And if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. Got Bama Auburn later tonight as well. But I could announce the hire anyways. No, that's the other thing. They could not even announce the hire if they wanted to nowadays. So that is also what's going to throw things off. Giants don't stick at us like usual. Yes, they do. Though no Tibbs for this game for the Giants. No Tibbs. So front takes a bit of a hit. If you like what you see, folks, again, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel as we try to grow this community even more. You ready last night? No. So what happened was that I guess I was the most popular streamer to do the A&M Texas game, and they didn't show the game on YouTube. So I got a lot of people for that. My second most popular stream of all time. You guys came in hot for that one. And that was a really great stream. Great game, too. That was a fun game. It's a really fun game. One of the best ones of the season in my mind. That was a good one. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Been working hard this weekend, and it's paid off, and you guys have just been awesome. I appreciate all you guys for helping me out with that. So we got a lot of views for that one. Maury Thomas. A good wide. I mean, he's good for college. I don't know if he's going to translate to the pros. I have to watch more of him. But obviously in college, he's very good. Don't know if it's going to translate well. Thought 2016 Super Bowl will be Giants over Pats just because. Can you imagine? Just continue the cycle. I get it. Just continue the cycle. Duke up by 4 in the first half. I want Duke to win. Just it would be so funny. All right, 2nd and 1. Both teams 2 timeouts left. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. Second and 1. Haven't seen the most recent video? Click the link above to watch it. 2nd down here. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his right. Williams, sweep play. Cuts back inside. Coleman, he'll get the first of the 39-yard line. Had dream last night that the guy stopped being blue. Probably orange during the day. The sky or this guy? I'm assuming the sky. That'd be cool. If it's a guy, it's like the Eiffel 65 song. Williams steps up his, he throws. Open and incomplete. He was open but got hit on the throw, made it a bit errant, and Brandon Finney almost picked it off as a result. Manning glitch play, yep. He was open. But the late hit, pressure off the edge by Tuodi, who's got a sack already today, forced the errant throw to Roebuck. This falls harmlessly to the ground. Late slate bad tomorrow? It's not going to be good, I don't think. I don't think late slate's going to be that good. Screen pass, caught at the line. Now Boston bounce outside to the 34-yard line. Excuse me, that's Amari Evans. Gain of 5, 3rd and 5 at the 34. See how quick they want to go here. They'll take their time until they get a first down, which makes sense. You want to give Oregon the ball back with too much time if you don't get it. Washington 0 for 4 on third down today. One of the top two of the bottom. Back to his race, Coleman. They'll send 5. Williams, second read, middle of the field, open, jacked up, caught by Roebuck. Absorbs the contact by Tiananmen. Are you kidding me? What a grab. How we held on to that, I have no idea. I have no clue how Roebuck held on to that ball in the in route. Clean hit, too. All shoulders. Led with the shoulders. That's textbook defense. Somehow just absorbing the contact, making the grab. We're going to flag on the play for a false start. Back it up 5 yards. 1st and 15. Yeah, that's clean hit. That's textbook. That's textbook. That is how you're supposed to hit. Just out of Hal Roebuck. True freshman wideout. So they could have given him today blocking. And now does it as a receiver. Is that a good season for the Huskies? As a true freshman. That one a highlight play there. Back it up on the false start. Be 1st and 15. The runoff is declined. I'm a bit surprised with that. Oregon's going to decline the runoff. Illegal snap. Yep, illegal snap. They're declining the runoff. I don't know why you decline the runoff there. But in the flat, that ball's caught by Coleman to the 25, 20, and we'll get out of bounds at the... No, he did not get out of bounds. Clock's going to run. That foot did not step on the sideline. Down to the 19. 2nd and 6. Washington has 2 timeouts. Not going to take it yet. Eagle snap, but you can't, like... You can't do a hitch. You can't, like, twitch with the ball. They're going to send 4. Slam pass. Caught. Roebuck. 10. 5. Down to the 1. Ground caused the fumble. 35 seconds. This is where Oregon takes a timeout. If you didn't take the 10-second runoff, you take the timeout here. And he's down to 3. Finite ends of the drive. You figure this is where Oregon takes a timeout. Or not. Washington step with 31. Williams gives it to Coleman. He's stuffed at the 8. Not sure why Washington went that quickly. Now time is called. Bizarre sequence there in a lot of ways. And again, there really should be 14 seconds left. But Oregon declined the 10-second runoff on the illegal snap. On the pump fake. Basically, illegal snap is when the center pump fakes. I don't know why they declined the runoff. But they didn't take timeout after they got the first down. I don't know what they're trying to... I don't know what they're trying to do. That makes sense. They're trying to get a possession back, or they're trying to let Washington run out the clock? They're playing both sides. Either way, Washington, when Oregon and Washington, I would say Oregon. Either call the timeout after if you don't take the 10-second roll off, it means you want the ball back. But you didn't take it, but then you didn't call timeout after Washington got a first down. And they had 2 timeouts to work with. So they're trying to do both. Have time around Washington and get a possession. Score never. Back to his right. So just confusing. Williams takes it. They're going to send 4. Pressured. Steps up. Scrambles out. Now runs up the middle. He's to the 5 and down at the 4. Brought down with 14 seconds. Timeout called by Fish. And again, if they took the runoff, there'd be 4 seconds left. A rate at halftime? Probably not. No. No, we're not going to do a rate at halftime. We'll just stay on. I had my lunch break already, so we had enough time in between the games. Will they have video too? To some extent. But Michigan comes first. That was way worse. Michigan was its own tier of stupidity. No timeouts left for the Huskies. And again, if they just took the runoff, you would have no time left at this point. Now, I will say for Washington, obviously, you can't be sacked. Can't be in the middle of the field. You have to score or throw an incomplete pass. And then it keeps the clock moving. The half is over. Be very careful here for Williams. He's been pressured a lot today. You have to get rid of this ball. Third and goal. Can Washington get some points for the halftime break? They have no timeouts. Got to be smart here. One at the top, two at the bottom. Back to his right is Coleman. Tight end goes in motion. It's Moore. Bonus at the bottom of the screen. Williams, pressured. Hit as he throws. Caught. Slant. Touchdown, Boston. DB with the TD. What a throw, absorbing the contact. Needed that one. They sent the house. Boston's had a quiet day so far, but the redshirt junior, his team high 9th touchdown of the season. Just a quick slam pass. They sent the house as he was hit. Delivers a strike, and Boston able to stay on his feet and get into the end zone. And I must note, with the touchdown, I gotta do it now, yep. I must note, Jed Fish, that is not possible without him calling timeout on second down with 3 minutes to go. Recognizing the situation, you want as much time as possible, as many plays as possible to run your offense and get down the field. Without Fish calling timeout on second down, that sequence does not happen. And just like that, the Huskies are right back in this thing. They prevent the double dip. They'll be down by 1 score at the half, barring anything crazy. Yeah, Washington really needed that one. Kickoff here. Washington not 6 to try Hail Mary? No. Field at the 1 yard line. To the 10, 15, and brought down to the 22. You figure they're just going to take a knee and go into the half. I would assume they're not going to try anything here. Heck, does not know what to do. Defensive goal line, man, they have? I don't know. But as long as they keep doing that, I'll have content for days. You should have taken the runoff. Yep. I don't get why they didn't take the runoff. And then if you're not going to take the runoff, why not call timeout when it was a goal-to-go spot? It just didn't make sense. Didn't make any sense to me. 13-7. Oregon does get the ball to start the half. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? It should be 13-3. Yep. Bad magic there by Oregon at the end. Titanium with a 20. Oh my goodness. Appreciate you a ton to get you on the Gators game. I'm dying. Salty Philly fans are trying to tell me the mental of an extra point mattered more than the math of getting within J1 score. They need a 2-point. I get trying to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm with you. I saw so much stuff on Twitter about that. But it's time for actually let's slam out the final drive. Oh, nice. Yeah, CBS is good like that. CBS is very good like that. I appreciate you a ton, Titania. So, the thing with that, hang on, give me a second here. So, I had no problem going for 2 there. You know what you need at that point. You know exactly what you need. You know whether you need to kick it deep or onside kick. You know your timeout situation. Problem is that if you go for 1, it's a 1-score game, yes, but if you take your sweet time and then don't get the 2, you're in trouble. I had no problem going for 2 in that spot. I'll criticize Sirianni for a lot of stuff. I won't criticize him for that. By any means. So I'm 100% with you on that. And there's so much debate about it with the analytics and everything. I had no problem with that call. No problem with it. People on Twitter, yep. That's, I think you don't need the on Twitter qualifier. You're just people. Just people in that spot. Hey, if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode on the channel. I appreciate the 20. Washington on a touchdown, even if Oregon took the run off. Yes, there would have been 3 seconds left. But they might have kicked the field goal. You know, they might have kicked it. Because they would have only had time for 1 play. Philly fans wrong for booing absolutely every single bad play? No. No, that's Philly for you. I agree with the call, too, especially since mixed extra point earlier. Yep, and also it was very windy. Like, the extra point was not even automatic. They say the analytics like a slur. Yes. Prince says, 1 first-round pick was their kicker that went 6th in 1966. I think pro players can do the math. Full math to 15. The boys knew they needed a 2-point and just whatever. Less than 2-point the first time instead of the second time. Like, okay, yeah. I mean, you got to get the 2 either way. You need to get the 2 either way. So you might as well get it out of the way first and see what you need. You might as well try it. And I'm pretty sure all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Mark Soup's gone tomorrow? I don't think so. So here's the thing. He should be gone. OT night, yes. As long as my voice is okay. He should be gone. His time at Kentucky has run out. But, there's a big but to that. This coaching search has been wild. I feel like Kentucky would be the odd one out. There's so many vacancies, I don't know if you can afford the buyout and then afford to get a new coach, getting in a bidding war with a lot of these other schools for better coaches. So there's so many vacancies out there. This might be one they just have to sit out. Like he would choose the Raiders, yes. I think it's cut immediately. I don't know about that. I mean, it was very, very windy. It was very windy. So that's right. Oregon was better. Yeah, Washington under 40%. That sounds about right. What job is likely open in 26? Florida State. I think by that point, Norvell, they can get the money for him. Wisconsin. Kentucky would be. So we're signing Ginobili as an assistant? I mean, why not? Why not? James should be room for Charlotte tonight against Tulane? Yes, they should be. They need that. It's not going to happen, but I feel like if North Texas Tulane is your American championship and Tulane wins tonight, whoever wins that's gonna. It's basically a play-in game, I think. You just wait until like halfway through next season, then you fire him. Yep. So next year, if you're, I do have the what do I have on? LSU, Tennessee. Spurs imprinting. Clemson, no, I don't think Dabo's gone. South Carolina could be open next year. If, and there's a big if Bama loses tonight, and then next year they miss the playoff again, Alabama could be open. That's a big if. So big if on that one. Another possibility, potentially Michigan. I don't think it's going to happen, but there is the possibility with Michigan. Depending on how next season goes. Right, next year, play for bust? Yep, I think so. After today, there'll be teams whose seats completely done. Yep, more than half the teams for the most part. Yeah, Beamer gets another year. The thing is that we're talking like after the 26th season, so next year. I think Beamer stays for one more year. It's after that what happens. But you figure Wisconsin, Florida State, Fickle, and Norvell are just on the hottest of hot seats. Kevin stays at Ole Miss and takes the Bama job. I can see that. That would be interesting. Takes it next year, yep. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. $13-7 score. Jax will say West Kentucky winner of the Houston Championship, and Kennesaw says him with a win over Liberty. I hope Kennesaw wins. And they beat Liberty last year. They're way better this year. Remember Dad would say we retire if players start getting paid? Yep, so much for that. Brown's taking Sellers at 6. That'd be a crazy move. I don't think he'd be. I don't think he's going to come out this year. Miami should be a playoff team. Problem is that I think 2-loss Miami should be, and the problem is that the committee is very biased against the ACC. So let's think about this. Let's think. Oklahoma 2-loss. Oklahoma's in. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, Ohio State, consider hire for NFL coach for the offseason. I think Kubiak could be an option. Grizzard on the Bucks. There's a few guys. I think Vance Joseph will get some looks as well. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Georgia Tech. Not Georgia Tech. Georgia, Texas Tech. I'm just calling them Tech. Oregon if they win. Ole Miss. Oklahoma. Notre Dame. And then do you put Miami in over Bama? I mean, if we think 9, and then obviously you need the ACC champion, you need the American champion. So Ohio State's a lock, Indiana's a lock, A&M's a lock, Georgia's a lock, Texas Tech. Logical to be ranked 12 and not be playoff team, virtue of the seats available in normal world, at least, yep. Like BYU, I don't think BYU gets sit unless they win against Tech. ACC champ Miami should be in. Well, they're not the ACC champ. The problem is not Miami winning the problem is that they can't win the ACC. Obviously, if Miami wins the ACC, for whatever reason, if the tiebreakers go their way, they win the ACC, they're in. That's not an issue. There's no debate. The problem is that Miami is not they're probably not making the ACC championship. That's the problem. Obviously, if Miami was a top 2 team in the ACC and they win the ACC championship, there's no debate. All good, Nick. All good. 21 all on that one. There's no debate at that point. Miami would easily be in. There would be no debate whatsoever. Problem is that they have to get in as an at-large. That's the issue. Do you take out Bama? Do you take out Texas? BYU, do you take them out? I don't know. There's not enough spots. Sirianni, Campbell's on the hot seat. No. Campbell's on the hot seat. Right, SMU, Virginia, I think it's a lock for the ACC championship. Yeah, I think so. That's the issue with Miami. They have to get in with the at-large spot. There's 7 at-large spots. Ohio State / Indiana. One of them will get an at-large. One of them wins the number 1 seed. No issues there. A&M, at-large spot. No issues there. 1 loss. Oregon, 1 loss to Oregon, assuming they win today. If they do, at-large spot. No issues there. Ole Miss, at-large. Let's assume Bama wins today. Ole Miss, 1 loss, easily. Easily in. Notre Dame, hottest team in the country right now. They got to be in. Does it make more sense to the 2 highest ranked teams in any conference championship? It would help the conference out. It would definitely help the conference out. But instead of starting Sunday night stream a little bit earlier, probably not, because I do get a lot of work done in between. Like, that's the issue with Miami. The problem right now is that Alabama, BYU, Miami, Texas, even Utah to some extent, are 5 really good teams fighting for 1 spot. And they all have got a case. They all have a very good case. And that's the issue. Right, Virginia's going full strength against Virginia Tech. I think Virginia wins and locks themselves in. I think so too. Like, that's the problem. Yeah, Florida up early second. Yeah. That game means absolutely nothing. Right, we did that. We might start having 2 of the games in a year. We might have to, yeah. We could still have it now. Still have Ohio State Michigan play twice a year. Right, Miami just won the games against Louisville and SMU. It wouldn't have been a problem. Yep. Yeah, rough and pass penalty, that was not great. Like, it's going to be hard to keep Miami out. Because their other wins, they've dominated. FSU, that game was not as close as the final score indicates. They dominated FSU. Notre Dame was close. Every other one they dominated. Every other opponent, they destroyed them. Playoff, they announce it. Not this Sunday, next Sunday they announce it. We'll be live for that when they announce it. We'll be live for that at 12 o'clock. Right back as Jekyll and Hyde, you don't know which version you're going to get. The other problem with Miami, your rankings tomorrow? Yes. The other problem with, or not tomorrow, well, AP rankings tomorrow, but playoff rankings Tuesday. The problem with Miami is also, you look at their schedule, and they only played 1 team that is inside the top 25. Yes, they beat Notre Dame, week 1, but other than that, there was not a single opponent they played that'll finish the year inside the top 25. Can I say those top 2 teams in the ACC? I cannot. No. I think Miami's better than both of them. Very frustrated habit. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Again, final 4 games for Miami. You outscore your opponents 151 to 41. Can you keep a team out like that? I mean, Pitt is ranked. Beat them, but they're not going to be in the top 25 after this. Like, it's, yeah, they're obviously a very different team from week 1. Like, it is tough. It is really, really tough. Personally, I think Texas over Miami. Texas, I treat them as a 2-loss team. No lane news. No, nothing yet. I treat Texas as a 2-loss team. I'm not punishing them for a 1-possession loss to Ohio State on the road. When you have 3 top 10 wins, I'm not punishing them for scheduling a tough opponent week 1 and losing by 1 score on the road to the defending champion, who looks like one of the best teams of all time. Let's go for this Ohio State team could be one of the best teams of all time. That defense is stacked. That offense is stacked. You're not wrong on sports like that. It's going to be a very interesting thing. Future championship match is Kennesaw State versus Jacksonville State. Yep, I'm happy for Kennesaw. After how bad they were last year, I'm happy about that. Like, they got some decisions to make. Again, I'm not treating Texas as 8-3 or 9-3. I'm treating them as 9-2. I'm not counting the loss against Ohio State against them. I know quality losses is like a meme at this point, But I'm not going to punish a team for going on the road to take on the defending champions, the #1 team that's undefeated. I'm not going to punish a team for scheduling an opponent like that. Because if they had 2 losses, they'd be in. You can do that. You can punish them for losing to Florida. They easily could be on Ohio State and Austin. Yep. Also, Archer's a very different quarterback now than he was first half of the season. He's very different. Like, if that game, neutral site, or a game in Austin, and Arch Manning now versus back in week 1, right? Notre Dame, that's quality losses, so that's why I'm putting them in. That's why Notre Dame is easily in if they win tonight. Come on, the T-Row Commanders could win the NFC East. Theoretically, they need a lot to have happen, though. Theoretically, it's possible, but I don't think it's happening. They're not eliminated yet. Any more 8 a.m. college wrestling games? Unfortunately not. Not 8 a.m. Eastern time. There are going to be some early games, but not that early anymore. Right now, they're not making it. Like, I'm treating Texas as a 2-loss team. Now, granted, one of their losses was really freaking bad. One of their losses on the road at Florida, you can't lose that game. You just can't. But when you beat 3 top 10 teams, I think it negates one bad game. What do you say on Bryce Young? I am not crazy about him. He doesn't have the tools. He doesn't have the physical attributes. I don't think he's that good. Earliest one, I think it's like 11 in the morning Eastern time at this point. I think it's 11 a.m. But I'm not sold on Bryce Young at all. He doesn't have the arm strength, doesn't have the physical attributes. Decision-making process is not there. I don't stay with Young. They could still win the division, but I don't think it's going to happen. Right, no, early season results should matter. I'm with you on that one. I'm 100% with you. Otherwise, just discount the entire season. What I'm saying is that Texas could have, if Texas scheduled a cupcake opponent, let's say Texas was 10-2. Texas, let's say week 1, they play Rice or someone like that. They play Rice. They play East Texas A&M. They do that. If they're 10-2 with 3 top 10 wins, there's no debate. They're in the playoff. They're ahead of Oklahoma because they beat Oklahoma head-to-head. They're in. I can't punish them for the 3rd loss where they lost by 1 score on the road against the undefeated defending champions. I can't punish them for playing a good game, a close game against a great opponent. I can't do it. If they scheduled a cupcake, right, it's not as bad as losing guarantee. No, it's not. Pick the 3 wildcard teams. Ooh. My 92-year-old grandfather who went to West Point can't figure out the streaming itch for Army game today. He's not happy. Oh, yeah, ESPN Plus, I'm guessing. Seahawks, Niners, Bears. Packers get the division. Packers win the division. Rams win the division. Yeah, no one could predict that. No. Well, Rams, I thought were going to be like the best team. Rams, I thought were going to be the best team in football in the NFC. I have them making the Super Bowl this year. Seahawks and Bears, I got nothing on that. I got nothing. Like, that's a sad reality. Like, I think Texas, if you don't put them in, I don't want to, like, go doomsday here. I think if you don't put Texas in, it could destroy the college of the fabric of college football as we know it. Because no one's going to play tough opponents at that point. With these mega conferences, why am I not doing Seminoles Gators? The game means nothing. All good, Nick. All good. The game means nothing. So, like, I don't want to say, like, it's going to destroy the fabric, but really think about it. Texas would be in, something in the Bills for now. The AFC, I don't know who to take in that. The AFC, not the AFC. The Longhorns are in at 10-2. They play a cupcake at 10-2, they're in. 9-3, because they lost to Ohio State, they're not. By 1 score on the road? Who's going to schedule tough opponents at that point? Just take the 4 free wins in non-conference play and go from there. Like, we're not going to see teams schedule good opponents in non-conference play. Well, Packers people thought. But it's already a disaster. You're not wrong on that one. Like, I'm not going to punish Texas for losing by 1 score to Ohio State on the road. You mean they were 10-21 just because of Florida loss? No, but they beat A&M. Yeah, but they beat A&M, who was undefeated. That negates that. Ball at 25 here, back underway. Hand up the middle. That's going to get a gain of 2 down to the 27. It's going to be some interesting debates. Some very interesting debates. I mean, personally, I put Texas over Oklahoma. I mean, if it were up to me, I think Texas is a better team than Oklahoma. We saw that head-to-head. I view Texas at 2 losses and Oklahoma as 2 losses. And I view Texas ahead of Oklahoma. So if it were up to me, Texas and Oklahoma's out. But it's not up to me, obviously. 3 at the top, and I don't think it's happening. Half up the middle. And ball up behind the line is Whittington. Nothing doing. Thrown down at the line. Rainey Sale brings up 3rd and 10. Here it looks feeble. I don't think Oklahoma's the top 12 team. I want LSU to win. I need LSU to win that game. Just knock them out. And then Texas has a shot. 2-star plus in 5 years. I don't know about that. Too much injury risk. 3rd down. We always see guys opting out of bowl games. So this wouldn't make it any better. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his left. Motioning to the line is McClellan. Moore will take it. They'll send 5. Moore, corner route, caught. 45-50. Out of bounds to the 49. Goes Jamari Johnson. Well, they don't schedule Georgia. That's a conference game. I count that. But Johnson goes down. And you lost Sadiq earlier. Now you lose your other tight end. It's a gain of 30. I'm a Longhorns fan. I'm not a Longhorns fan. I'm not a Longhorns fan. I just think they deserve to be in the playoff. Get too late and just because. You know what, in Miami being annual end of year game? I would love that. That'd be a fun one. Catholics, convicts. Texas better than Oklahoma. I'm with you on that one, Texie. So Johnson walks off on his own power. Gain of 30. Gives me FSU. Yep, you do need that for Delaware to get in. Because FSU, if they lose, they're not going bowl. And then they keep Norvell. It's going to be so funny. It'd be so funny. Mandatory 9-game schedule and realistically 10 games for home-away balance. At least second schedule quality non-conference opponent. Bama has no excuse. Exactly. I mean, Bama did schedule FSU on the road. They didn't know at the time they were going to stink, but then again, they lost to them, so. I did not want 9-3 Bama in. No. I did not want them in last year. I did not want them in. In the flat play action, that's caught by Hill. To the far side, brought down to 35. Stretches ahead, gain of 9. Now, Bama last year I did not think deserved to be in. It's very different. Bama lost 3 conference games, including on the road at Vanderbilt and on the road against a bad Oklahoma team. Their non-conference schedule, they played crap teams. Screen pass, they go quick. To the outside, that's a first down, gain of 2. That's McClellan. Not sure, so let's give it a chance. They might. Probably Sparty Penn State should too, yeah. Now, I thought Bama did not deserve to be in last year. I thought SMU deserved the spot. Ball to 33, 1 the top, 1 the bottom, 2 in the backfield. Sadiq back in the game, which is good to see. Still no sense of Johnson yet. Play action. Moore. Sidearm throw behind the line. It's caught by Hill on the near side to the 30. We brought down at the 27-yard line by Bryce Butler. Bama last year was not good. Even Bama fans were saying if they got in, it wasn't right. Yeah, exactly. I didn't like Milrow. You lose in a service academy in Michigan. A bowl game proved it. It's got a trophy at least. Injured player here for Washington, so we got a stoppage here. Back to FCS win for a lot of these schools. If UMass isn't doing it, I don't think it's going to happen. That's McLaughlin who was down. Alex McLaughlin. Yeah, I don't see a lot of movement in that. Back on our way here. Like, I'll put it this way. I'll punish Texas for losing to Georgia by a lot and punish them for losing to Florida. I'm not punishing them for losing to Ohio State. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. For scheduling Ohio State, I'm not going to punish them. And for making it close. Handoff on the stretch play when no one else has kept him within 1 score of Ohio State. That's a first down the stretch. Davison. Like, you lose to Ohio State in the Big House by 1 score in a close game. And Ohio State has allowed, like, 9 points per game all season. Maybe even less than that. They're a defending champion. They're undefeated. I'm not going to punish you for that, for scheduling them. Because if they schedule Rice or something like that, like Lamar, East Texas A&M, they schedule an FCS Cupcake or something, okay, they're 10-2. They're 10-2 at that point. And then there's no debate. They're in. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Play action. It's actually a read option. Moore going to keep himself. He'll be brought down for a gain of 3. He's up 2nd and 7. While Johnson trying to go at it. Jamari Johnson got injured earlier. There's the thing with quality losses. Again, quality losses is sort of a meme, but I'm not going to punish a team for playing close in a non-conference game that they scheduled that they didn't have to. Like, Texas did not have to schedule Ohio State. They did. I'm not going to punish them for doing that when they kept it close. 1 at the bottom of the screen. Conference losses, I agree. Conference losses, I'm with you. Head off to the side. It's to Hill to the 15-10 and force out the 9-yard line. Zuri Alexander, gain of 11. Alexander on the stop. Come on with 2 of Texas 10 to him, still keep him out. Who are you putting in then? There's a flag on the play, though. Hang on a second. Who are you putting in? Because if you're going to take someone out, who are you putting in? So wipe off the run of 11 yards, make it 2nd and 17. They get Iapani on that one. Move it back to the 30. Like, that's the question. Hope Lane makes a decision soon. I'm with you on that one, Dexy. I am with you. Second and 17. A subdivision between FBS and FCS where Group of 5 conferences playing some FCS bumps play. That's sort of what we have right now with the Group of 5. That's sort of what that is. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his right. Moore, they'll send 4. Pump fake, going deep for his tight end off the hands of Sadiq. It was a good throw. Got by Rashawn Clark. Hit him in the hands. Got to hold on to that one. Would have been a goal-to-go spot. It's a good concept there. Move Benson inside. Get Sadiq one-on-one with the corner. Has the height advantage. Put it in a good spot. So I think that'd be the thing about it. Who are you putting in over Texas? They're 10-2? You're putting 10-2 Miami over 10-2 Texas? That resume's not good. BYU will be the same thing. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. 3rd down, they're going to send 4. Moore checks it down to his back. It's caught. Well shy of the sticks. Gain of 10 for Davison. It'll be a makeable field goal. AFL, NFL situation with Big Ten, SEC were split off. Wouldn't shock me. Honestly, that would not shock me. Texas Tech, no matter what, as long as they don't get creamed, I think they're in. They should be in. As long as Tech does not get creamed by BYU, I think they're in. It's not a lock, but just don't lose by like 4 scores. Or 3 scores. I think you're good. 37-yard try. You gonna play around? Yes. Sappington, right down the middle. Right, they're 11-1, but look at their schedule. Look at BYU's schedule. Compared to Texas? Also, you're going to punish... Wait, so you're punishing Texas for losing by a lot to Georgia. We're not going to punish BYU for losing by a lot to Tech? Like, that's what it comes down to. Their schedule's not good. BYU, and they've not looked that impressive as of late. If you look at BYU, they played 2 ranked teams all season. They won 1 at home, then they got creamed. They have a negative point differential against ranked opponents. They've not looked the sharpest in some of their games. Either. Georgia's worse than Tech? The rankings disagree. I'm not sure how much they'll factor into it. I'm not sure. The committee's going to have a lot to talk about. Big Tennessee would only play their conference in that hypothetical. It does seem that way, yeah. Like, BYU has looked shaky at times this year. I'm not saying they deserve to be out, but I think Texas has a better resume. Well, they need to take care of business. If they don't win next week, I don't think they're in. If they don't beat Tech next week, I don't think they're in. Maybe if they keep it within one score, they have a shot, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough. BYU beat Arizona... Wait, they did not beat Arizona State. They did not beat Arizona State. They didn't play them. They beat Iowa State, that's true. I think this year's was easy to decide on. Yeah. This is going to be tough. If you like what we see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode, tell the channel, try to grow this community even more. You have text to be a 17 for some reason. I don't think they should be a 7. That'd be kind of insane. Confession make? Oh boy. I beat Arizona. Still a very good team. I think it's actually a better win than Arizona State. But it did take them into double overtime. Kickoff. Fielded at the 3. Fair caught. 25-yard line. 6-minute drive culminates in 3, and now the Huskies take over the 25. High Point playing in the Sweet 16 of men's soccer. They were down 1-0. About 12 to go in the first half of that one. Keep you updated on that one. Poison their breakfast this morning. Nice. That's why. How should we 8 teams only? I think the system we got right now is pretty good. Yeah, Yale won, yeah, after being down by 28. That was a crazy one. That was a big one for the Ivy League, too. Because Harvard got stumped. And they don't play, like, the greatest schedule. Williams bounced outside the read option. He'll get nothing. Taken down by Tiananmen. 2nd and 10, trying to bounce to the outside. Because the Ivy League does not play this up the schedule. At all. They got an at-large, and I had a feeling like, okay, they might only get one spot going forward. The automatic qualifier, and that's it. If Yale gets blown out, and Harvard gets blown out, but Yale with that comeback, that's saved the Ivy. A committee? So you want the Chiefs in the playoffs, is what you're saying. How's it going, Taco? Appreciate you tuning in. Second down, play action. Williams, they're going to send 4. Checks it down the flat, that's caught the 30. Bouncing out to the 35, and that's the first step from Muhammad. Kiffin, nothing yet. They're still waiting. A committee in the NFL is how I would stop watching the league. If the Jaguars missed the playoffs at 11-6, because the Chiefs had to make it at 9-8 because a committee thought the Chiefs were better than the Jaguars, I would stop watching. Biggest choke job a red and blackbird team had to a New England team. Yes, I can't think of any others. Hand off to the side. Muhammad on the stretch play now. Cuts back inside. Breaks a tackle. 45-50. And brought down on the near side at the 45-yard line. Thrown down there by Darren Johnson. Yeah, 16. Problem is at 16, there's no, like... I want to buy. I think 20 would be a good compromise. Gain of 20 on the run. First down. I think 20... You get 20, you can get all the conference champions in. I think every other sport, you win your conference, you're in. There's no reason football should be different. Yeah, in 2023, they missed the playoffs, Sirianni's fired. Yeah, then 2024, they don't win the Super Bowl. 2 at the top of the screen. Play action, they're going to send 5. Williams checks it down the flat. It's caught by his tight end out of bounds to the 43-yard line. Jerry Mixon takes him out on the far side of the field. Decker to Graff. 20, yeah. Remember, there's 130 teams. That's true sports talk. You have to remember, too, there's 130 teams in college football, or thereabout, at the FBS level. Washington gets a touchdown. I go for 1 or 2. I'm going for 1. I go for 1. I'm not sure why you would go for 2 here. Can't think of any reason. 16-13. Kick, make it 16-14. No difference between being down 1 or 2. Screen pass, incomplete. Feed Muhammad, 3rd down. If we're talking like the power teams, if we're just talking the power teams, is LSU's up by 7 on Oklahoma. That throws a wrench into everything if LSU holds on. LSU's up by 7 on Oklahoma in the 3rd quarter. But even if we're just talking like the power teams, there's what, 80 about, with how big these conferences are now, about 80 power teams fighting for 15 spots. That's still not bad. That's still not bad at all. 3rd down. One of the top 3 of the bottom. They're going to send 6. Williams steps up. Passes batted down. I believe it was Amari Washington who got a hand on that one. Number 52. Oh, it might have been Tuloti. 4th and 8. I think it's called my people who know me would sound like somebody would do to help the Buckeyes. It would, yes. It'd be a fun prompt. Touchdown Vandy, yeah. I flipped that game off only because High Point Soccer's on right now. And they're in the Sweet 16. So, yeah, if Oklahoma loses this game, his seat is flaming. That punt will bounce and be down to the 3-yard line. Good punt there. This time is not a touchback. Luke Dunn, 40 yards, no return on the play. An Oregon Bowl inside their own 5. When we get back, nursing a 9-point lead. If you like what you see, folks, like button, subscribe to this episode, tell the channel. Try to grow this community even more. Come on. Shot saved. And candy, yep. How's what kind of candy? M&M's, I'm always down. This way, 2023 debacle was a complete farce. So it's funny, FSU had 3 chances to prove that they were a good team. They had 3 chances after Travis went down. After they lost their quarterback, they had 3 chances to prove that they had a competent offense. They did not do that. And then they had a chance to prove the committee wrong after in the Orange Bowl. They did not do that. I had no problem with FSU missing. And we're going to watch LSU roll Washington State Women's Festival. They'll get 100 in that one, I think. Wait, all conferences get a spot if they redo the conferences to win these Group of 5 soft ones. That's fair. Maybe top 8 conferences. How about that? Top 8 conferences get a spot. I don't hate that idea. So I'm like an 8-4 MAC champion getting in. I don't hate that. Like a 7-5 CUSA champion. Top 8 and 12 at-larges. National champion of the season, I have Ohio State. Ohio State has a defense that no one can stop. Satan's playing at an insane level. I don't know who is the secondary to stop Smith and Tate. Bo Jackson's really fun to watch. And defensively, I don't think they've allowed 17 in the game all season. Yeah, destroy the program. It did. How did I feel the Jags won 8 Super Bowls in 10 years, but we're in a coma and just woke up in the Jags are new Cleveland Browns 13 years later? If I was in a coma? I don't want to be in a coma. That sounds like torture. 94-yard from Reverend Wayington incoming. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. 16-7-year score. And appreciate all you guys tuning in. We got Bama Auburn coming up after this one is done. All 10 in and 10 at largest. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. And where there's money to be made, they will do it. I think at this point, we've reached the point where there's money to be made, they'll do it and expand the playoff. And we'll get to that point at some point. Ball at the 3-yard line. Look how many torture wouldn't experience anything. Just say I did like I lose 10 years of my life and don't even know it. That would just be terrible. Yes, and Winston Jackson will have to die a virgin. I think I'm going to die a virgin anyways, so. Yes. I'm going to die a virgin anyways. Ball at the 6-yard line. 1 the top, 2 the bottom. Back to his left. They're going to send 4. More. Deep shot. Going for it all. 40. And out of bounds to the 45-yard line. McClellan down the sideline. One play. 35 yards. Yeah, 20 may give everyone all a bit. I'm with you. One-on-one coverage down the sideline on Dylan Robinson. And Jeremiah McClellan makes the grab. Yeah, what a comeback down. 35-7. Big win for the Ivy League, too. Should allow them to get at large if a team is worthy of it next year. Play action. Comeback route, the 49-yard line. It's Benson. I'll get stiff out of bounds on the 48-yard line. Yeah, I'll take it. There you go. Close enough. Literally on that one, Cujo. Literally, it's like that would be greater than anything. Winning a Super Bowl, that'd be greater than. I'm sure that would be greater than anything. And that's euphoria right there. Kevin still coming to it? Yes. Jeez. One night, so it's like Firefest. One night for a lifetime of happiness. Hand off to the side. Whittington brought down the stretch play. He's going to lose 3. Back at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 8. He's got to make a decision today. Kiffin has to make a decision. Lena's LSU. This has been a long meeting. Two at the top, 2 at the bottom. Ohio State, Georgia for the Natty. That's a good pick. Moore rolling out, fires on the run. Comeback route incomplete, wants a flag, and is gonna get it. Malik Benson was waiting for the signal for pass interference. Coming back for that ball. I don't think I'm going to show that much on Ohio State. As I have this in one night, yep. I saw that, Kevin. Yeah, that was insane. How did they get that wrong? How did the Hall of Fame and NBC get that wrong? That's nuts to me. Gremlin just fumbled with the Bio Classic. Oh. There's the right call. Yep, he tugged the shoulder pad on the comeback. Price sock. Tug that shoulder pad. Didn't allow Benson to come back for that ball. Oregon's in good field position here. New set of downs. Right around the 36-yard line, we'll say. The length of a decision show wouldn't shock me at this point. A forehead tattoo? How big is the tattoo? Yes, temporary tattoo. Temporary tattoo. You never said. Just wash it off. Hand off, gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Jags in 4 next 5. I can't watch the NFL after the Jags dynasty. No, wouldn't do that. Can Minnesota hold the lead? I don't know. Hoping for your sake they do. Yeah, it's like LeBron's decision at this point. Take my talents to somewhere. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his right. Play is blown dead. Some movement. False start, back it up to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 14. 38-20, some more realistic score. I would think it'd be on the lower scoring side. I would think 24 to 17. Yes, I would do that. Yes. There's not much I want to do for Super Bowl. It's like Meatloaf. With love. Second and 14. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his right. Hugh Jackson. No, he's not the worst head coach in NFL history. He's bad. Slam pass. That's caught. Gain of 6. I'll get some of that yardage back. Benson on the grab. Third and 8. Halftime of the High Point game. 1-0. Georgetown at the half. I won't do what for Super Bowl. I won't do that. I won't do that. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his right. Wonder if it's 4 down territory here. They're going to send 4. Pressure off the edge. Hitch route that's caught, but maybe a gain of just 1 on the play. It's Sadiq. High Point again, North Carolina. They're playing Georgetown right now in men's soccer. For the right to go to the Elite 8. which they've never done before. Never run to the Sweet 16 before either. Brought down immediately by Devin Bryant. They've gone for it twice on 4th down today. They got them both. They're going to kick the field goal here. So long field goal of 51 yards. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is straight enough. Does it have a distance? Just does, yes. It does. How's it going, Jack? I appreciate you tuning in. Great kick by Savington, his longest of the season. 4 for 4 on the day. Just clears by about 1 yard. 52, that might miss short. 53, it's definitely missing short. But 51, all it took. 19-7 UW ball when we get back. If that's all it takes for pace for the finals, yeah, literally. Worst overall for a long period of time is Marion Campbell. Yeah, that's pretty bad. He was pretty bad. Appreciate tuning in. NJ Card fan as always. Rutgers Penn State, good game so far. Yeah, big game there, obviously. If Penn State does not win, they're not going bowling. I'm not going to risk my life for that. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to risk my life. We never said where. You never said where, Epticus, so. If that's what it takes to win a finals, you remain that for the rest of your life, yep. Sacrifices. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode, tell them the channel. Every donation counts toward you make the call. The options today: Tennessee, Cuse, Iowa, Michigan State, Florida, Duke, Oklahoma, Wake Forest. Those are the options to vote on for today and tomorrow. And maybe Monday, I don't know yet. Maybe Tennessee's on crack. Oh, God. I turned that game off because I only have, I can only watch 3. I have 5 point soccer on. Oh, man. Is it really just insane? My tongue cut? I'm not risking my life for that. Active worse for head coaches Raheem Morris at -21. It's probably going to go even worse. I am not Cujo. I am not. But I've seen a lot of stuff. I'll put it that way. Touchdown Penn State. Oh. So 19-7 your score. Washington back with 2:34 in the third. Over on CBS. Again, we got the Iron Bowl tonight. Bama, Auburn. Should be a fun one as always. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. So try and grow this community of subscribers even more. Try to get to 70K. And here we go. Kickoff here. Washington has not done much offensively outside the touchdown drive at the end of the first half. Fair catch call for 25-yard line. 30-20 Penn State. You got to go for 2 in that spot. Washington fans might want to start singing I Love LA soon. You want to go to the LA Bowl? I can see that. Yeah, I'll decide the bowl schedule once we figure it out. In terms of the teams. I'll decide what games we're doing. I know there's one bowl I can't do. It's not a playoff game. Can't do Frisco Bowl. I can't do New Orleans Bowl. Probably we'll do Boca Raton on that Tuesday, I think. Play action. Williams. They'll send 4. Williams stepping up, trying to avoid the sack. Is he going to take off and run to the 30 and out of bounds to the 33. Forced out of bounds there after a gain of 8 by Ashton Porter. Lunch fire Brad Holmes? No. You're not firing Holmes. Obviously throwing 2 picks and they're still winning 2021. That's impressive. What do I do? That I'm not risking my life or other people's lives. One top, two at the bottom. Head over the middle. Coleman to the 35 and down to the 38. Just gain a 5 and a first down. Tanneman takes him down. A bowl of chili that includes Scott Tenorman. Okay. I'm not killing anyone for a Jags Super Bowl. One at the top, two at the bottom. Play action. They'll send 4. Williams pressured. Somehow escapes the sack. Looking to take off and run. He will lose a yard. But it could have been a lot worse. Thrown out the 36-yard line. Tenorman chased him down. Yeah, rest in peace to Tenormans. First 2 answers was Frisco Bowl last year. Man, that was a crazy game. That was a real dumb decision of a game. Somehow escape Uyungale's sack. Yeah, I think after this year, Mountain West gets stumped. Yeah, Pac's going to get some more affiliations, I would think. Do not accept chili for Carmen. No, do not. You do not accept that. Don't steal $20 from him also. Klondike, I would do that. Yeah, I would do Klondike for a Jags Super Bowl. You'll do Boca Raton at Tuesday. We won't do the other 2 games. Williams stepping up, avoiding the sack, fires on the run. Corner route open. Incomplete. Broken up at the last second. Had a step on him. Raiden Vines Bright, the intended target, but broken up at the very last second. Bringing up 3rd down. Stepping up, avoiding the sack from Jerry Mixon. But Jaden Kennedy, who had the interception earlier, just sticks an arm in there. Vines Bright couldn't hold it in. Couldn't hold it in, I should say. Pack Big Ten for the 26 LA Bowl. I could definitely see that. That would not shock me at all. 3rd down. That came in lightning delay. Jeez. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his left. They're going to send 4. Williams. Flushed out of a clean pocket. Now thrown on the run. Way out of bounds. I'll have to punt the ball away. Finney on the coverage. Titans for next 5 at Jags win 1. I'll take that. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. It would suck to see the Titans win 5, but you know what? We get 1. That's what matters. Fourth and 12. They'll punt it away. Done. Ever saw The View? How long is each? How many episodes are there of that show? Yeah, but Tammy go Mountain West versus Pack. Probably getting people to travel to Idaho for that. False start, backing up 5 yards. End up by 10 now. Oh boy. They're making an interesting case, potentially. They're going to keep a 2-loss SEC team out. I don't know. They're making a case. 2-loss Vandy is going to be interesting. See, I view Texas 2 losses. Texas beat Vandy. I'll still take that. It's like 30 seasons time by 300. Oh, jeez. I probably wouldn't do that. I live forever in poverty? No. Punt here by Dunn. Fielded at the 18-yard line by Benson, who we brought down right around there. With 52 seconds. In the 3rd. Every episode at the same time. I could do that. Also, it's well-paid man of the year. 52 seconds left in the 3rd. When we get back here, again, if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode, on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. I must... Which part of the centipede am I on? It's the question. Which part am I on? I'm allowed to watch the Jags. I have to... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to North Korea for that. I can't do my channel no more? And then, no. I can do JG8. I can still do it. I just have to change the channel name. That's fine. If I could Buso, then no. Become blind, no. Now lose my senses. Eat my... Well, I'll eat sprinkles. Like the... So that's lowercase. I love sprinkles. Yeah, that's lowercase. It's not a proper noun. So yeah, I'll eat sprinkles for a Jack Super Bowl. Easily. It's lowercase. So you're clearly referring to the ice cream topping. I'll 100% do that. That's not a punishment at all. Never started using a mixture to whip and mashed potatoes. My CBS signal gets significantly worse. Can't pick it up anymore. Huh. That is odd how that works out. Eat my shorts. I might do. Yeah, I could do that. I could probably do that. The dog? No, I would not do that. No. Have to be... No, I would not do that, Patrick. Only commercial go out to SWAT Pro once, and I have to listen to Myers and Moon for the rest of my life. I'd do that. The only conversation where we discuss expansion because it feels overblown for me. I get that. I do get to some extent the idea of how much would I loot this season? I do get that. I wouldn't do that, Cujo. No. Ice Spice for Old Spice. I'm surprised. She's stuck doing SpongeBob songs. They're like really bad. At this point, she fell off hard. Toss play here on the near side. It's Hill for the 20, 25. You know, we brought down there after a gain of about, we'll say 8. Become Jack Doherty with the arrests and the drugs, and just the being rich part. You know, Vandy's gonna make a good bowl if they don't make it to the playoff. Meanwhile, we do a flag on this play. It came after the play was done. Some activity on the sideline after the gain of 8. Was thrown down by Dillard Allen. I think they'll get Oklahoma or Oregon on that one. I think they're going to get Oregon. Alex Harkey just bowling over Price Sock well out of bounds. Yeah, Alex Harkey just destroying Price Sock well past the sideline. That's an easy 15-yard penalty. I would not do that, Cujo, no. I have to mod him, keep him hot forever. I do that, yeah, I do that. We can't fall off and never on top of everything. That's true. The Sunday challenge? No, I would not do that. Godzilla's released on the world? Yeah, I don't want to die. So, yeah. Get somebody a divisional opponent for the next season, but could win Super Bowl during any of those seasons? Duh. So what, we lose 2 games? We have guaranteed 2 losses, but we win the biggest game of all? That's the easiest one yet. Hill. Cuts up the middle. He'll get about 6. 3rd down. You're recollecting somebody for Friday? Yep. I'm not surprised by that. 2 Girls World Cup Challenge. Jeez. I'm not surprised by that at all, actually. So that's how those things work with Patrice Wilson and whatnot. No, I would not do that, Cujo. We go to the 4th. 3rd and long for the Ducks when we get back here. I die in the next 10 years at any random point? No. No. I join the Justice League movement? Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah, slow death at that point. And up by 10, that's crazy. I'll do that, Jonathan. Absolutely. Fell asleep, what I miss? Oregon is up by 12 right now, and Oklahoma is down by 7 against LSU. It's getting very interesting. Has to be Urban Meyer? I'll take that. Believe me, if we got Urban Meyer, maybe the front. It's the worst of the. It's the best of the three. Yeah, you just score tied at 10. Height advantage? No. No, just timing wise. I would do that, Jonathan. I would do that. Well, we got Urban. I wanted him to win a Super Bowl with us, so. My dad is surfing? How is that even possible? Oklahoma, probably not. I think we're just going to stay on this. Last one did not go through, Aganator. Last one didn't go through. LSU 25 pass yards. It's not good. It has happened, Ross. Yes, that has happened before. Where they miscalculate badly. Do our favorite meant winning the Super Bowl? No, I would not. Cincinnati non-conference play and the start conference play look good, and then afterwards not so much. Yep. Sounds all right for Cincinnati. Watson score? I would not do that, no. I want to see my parents again, yeah. Yeah, it's straight off time, yep. Here we go. 89% round with Oregon to win this one. We go to the fourth. If you don't want your rival flag on the field, beat them. Yeah, pretty much. All at 21. More. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They're going to send 4. Taking a deep shot. 1-on-1. There is no freaking way he caught that ball. There is no freaking way McClellan caught that. No way. I'm not sure if that's a grab or not. If it is, that is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in my life. No exaggeration. Bobbled it with one hand while being interfered with. Pinned it against his helmet. With his arm conked back. I think it hit the ground, but was it moving? Oh. Man. Well, now they're reviewing it. Now they're going to review it. They're going to review this play. That is awfully close. I don't think it's a catch. But a heck of an effort. McClellan, and that should have been PI too. The arm was wrapped around. They didn't call it. Dylan Robinson has his arm wrapped around. I mean, if that's a catch, that's a heck of an effort to even make that close. And it should have been PI. I don't know why it's not PI. Because Robinson was draping his arm. Yeah, I don't think it was a catch. It's a good try. Pinned it against his helmets. But rule of cool, yeah. How long? Oh, I think like 6 months ago. It's yeah, it feels long but short, yeah. Man. Rule of cool. That's a rule of cool play. I don't think it's a catch. But that's a rule of cool kind of moment. I mean, that was insane. Yeah, I think it's incomplete. Better than Tyree? Yeah. If he caught that, I mean, that is one of the craziest plays. If that's a catch, I'll put it this way. If it's incomplete, we're all forgetting about this play. If it is a catch, that play lives on in history. But it is incomplete. That is incomplete. I would say no on that one, RFK. It's a heck of an effort, but I think it's the right call. I'll have to punt the ball away. But that was a heck of an attempt. Like the ball hit the ground, but he had it pinned and it didn't move. Best non-catch ever? Yep. I mean, that's a highlight reel non-catch just for how cool it looked. Ferguson rolls on to punt. And should have been PI too. Should remember a such. Yep. Fielded, muffed, and then recovered at the 31-yard line. Got 52 yards on the punt. Yeah, should be proud of that attempt. Yes, he should be. Next Saturday, triple header begins for college football. Yep, or basketball. We are back, baby. We are so back. Man. That would have been sick. But first down for Washington, the 31-yard line. If you like what we see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this episode, tell on the channel to try and grow this community even more. First down here, under center is Williams. I do all falling through the road, yeah. And then should have been interference, too. He made contact before. Hamilton stretch play to the sides. Muhammad to the 35, and he'll be brought down at the 40, gain of 9. Missed much while I was asleep? No, not really. Lions down support, he's coming out of retirement, and then he fails his physical like Ragnow. No, she's not a troll. She is not a troll at all. BYU gets destroyed. The Smith committee protects his Vandy in. I'm not sure BYU is in even if they lose. I don't know. They have to win. Second one at the top of the screen, one at the bottom. Tight end goes in motion. Actually, Roebuck goes in motion. Stretch play, cuts back up the middle. Good job there by Muhammad. Realizing there was nothing up the B gap, so just going to cut up the middle. Get the first down at the 44-yard line. Southern Pete scrambling in the Bayou Classic. Oh, man. First down, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his left is Muhammad. Play action. Williams, flat is not there. He's going to take off and run. He's got some space at the 50, 45, 40, and will slide down the 38-yard line. Gain of 18 and a first down in plus territory. Field goal does you no good at this stage. It would still be a 2-score game. But Williams, haven't seen him take off a lot today. He's been pressured a lot. He's been flushed down a lot, but haven't taken off a lot. Should note, Williams secondly rusher on the team this year. Picked Shelbyville over Springfield. Oh, man. Tying an onion to his belt. To fit in. 2 at the bottom of the screen, back to his left. Handoff, bouncing outside, now cuts back in. Muhammad breaks the tackle and brought down at the 34-yard line. Washington comes back and wins. Remember the non-catch? Yeah, but Emmanuel Sal. Yes, we will. 2nd and 6. Oh, still third, my bad. My bad, forgot to change it. 2nd and 6. One at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right. Hand off to the side, Muhammad. We brought down at the 30. Gain of about 4. Wisconsin has a bad sense of urgency, down by 2 scores deep in the 4th. It's that bad. It's the Fickle special for you. Very few universities will see a 1-10 team defeat a 7-4 team. Yeah, that's insane. The Bayou Classic. 4 down territory here. I remember when Matt had that, yeah. 2 at the bottom. Tight end motions to the bottom of the screen. It's more. They'll give it again to Muhammad. He'll bounce outside on the far side for a first down, the 31-yard line. Aaron Flowers on the stop. I will say, the good news for Washington, they're moving the ball. The bad news, this is taking a lot of time. It's taking a lot of time, I must say. So, if you don't score on this drive, it is going to be really hard to come back. So they are taking a lot of time, taking the play clock down. It's been a 4-minute drive thus far, and they're still not in the red zone. Williams, play action, going deep. No one even remotely home. Was looking for his tight end, I believe, more. Selects high point, yeah, school with no football. Remember when Urban grinded him to dust? Yep. Penn State losing to Rutgers? Oh, let's go Rutgers. How about Missouri State and Delaware? Second and 10. Hand off to the side. Muhammad bounced off one whoopee tackler who will be brought down after a gain of 3 at the 23-yard line. They have football my reality? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Third down. 4-down territory here. Got a 5-minute drive, so you got to get someone here. Take it by 10. They're an interesting team to watch this year. 3 at the top, 1 of them back to his right. Yeah, I missed it too. The promise of the game just was broken. Out route, open, caught. First down. It's Boston. Had a touchdown earlier. We'll get a gain of 6 there. Enough to keep the chains moving at the 16-yard line. Lower in the shoulder, so he gets close. On Johnson. That's a first down. Play action. Williams, they'll send 5. Flushed out, just going to have to throw that one away as there was pressure up the A-gap. 9:41 to go. 2nd and 10. This drive has taken a long time. So you got to get a touchdown here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. On the top 2 of him, back to his right. They'll give it to the side. On the far side, it's Coleman. He'll get 2 at the 13. Maybe when that comes out. Ball at the 13. Not crazy about this drive for Washington. You are really leaving it in the hands of scoring here. If you don't score, you've taken 5.5 minutes off the clock. It's going to be 6 minutes by the time all is said and done, minimum. It's a lot of time to walk away with nothing. Not a ton of urgency here. 2 of the top, 3 of the bottom, empty backfield. Williams, they're going to send 3. Has time, going for the end zone. Incomplete. Broken up by Finney. Was looking deep for Roebuck. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. Make a piece of Bama LSU. Nice. LSU best one Bama football game. That's going to be fun. Always good to make pizza. 1-on-1 coverage there. Not a good throw. Finney tight coverage. You gotta go. Says he has some red zone. Oh boy. Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Fish knows the situation. It's to some extent. They're still in the huddle though with 9. They have to burn a timeout. So they take 6 minutes off the clock and burn a timeout. Is kick okay? You can't kick. No. Still be a 2-score game. Oh, yeah, 12-point deficit. Yep. 19-8, you could do it. Or 18-7, you could do it. I have no problem with that, actually, if it was 11-point. But 12-point now. You're a fraud, yep. Great big phony. Yeah, I think 17-9. Yep, nope. Right, you could kick it if it was that, yes. 17-9, no problem kicking the field goal. I would actually kick the field goal in that spot. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Play action. Williams, they'll send 5. Has time. End zone. Open. Caught. Touchdown, Boston. DB with another TD. Second of the night. And Washington is right back in this thing. 19-13. If you're going to go on a 6-minute drive, you got to get something out of it, and they do. It's now a 1-score game. Denzel Boston been pretty quiet from the 20 to the 20, but in the red zone, he's been magnificent. And Williams, when he had to have it, that deep crosser. And Candy can't get there in time. Go for 2? No, I'm kicking. I'm kicking here. Duke leads with limits going forth. As a Jags fan, who's a team you or Jags fans need to root against the most? This week? I love Boston. I mean, in terms of Colts or Texans, in terms of this week, I'm rooting for the Colts to win. I want to knock the Texans out as much as I can. We still control our own destiny against the Colts. I won't take any chances. Just eliminate as many teams as possible in the wild card hunt. Oh, in general? Oh, Texans. In general, I root against the Texans most. If you like what you see, that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Boston's the best. Yep. Not what I meant, but you get the idea. If you like what Steve looks like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Try to stay as far ahead of the text as possible. Yep, that's the idea. You know what movies coming out real or parodies anymore? Neither can I. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, I want Duke to win. I want chaos. I want pure chaos. Need Oregon -7. It's going to be tough. Fumble overturned and Vandy. Oh. Yeah, I do not have that game on. I got the LSU game on. I got the High Point Soccer game on. I got this game on. So they just threw themselves down to get the field goal. All right. And Bama Auburn later tonight. Should be a fun one. Yeah, literally after Christmas, it's literally with regular media. It's forever. I love that video. It's one of the first regular media ones my friend showed me to me. And it was just, I was laughing so hard. All right, back underway here, 19-14. A long drive by the Huskies. Go for on 4th. Boston is second of the day. His 10th receiving touchdown this year. Jack's would surprise everyone this year. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's very accurate, actually. Kickoff will go out of bounds. That is not an accurate kick. Name one good January film. In the last few years, there have not. Last few years, I have no idea. So ball will go to the 35. And we know Barkley Noonan room for a night. Yep. War Eagle. We know that. So ball will go to the 35-yard line here. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top, back to his left. Now tight end goes in motion and Sadiq to the top of the screen. Play action, Moore, they'll send 4. Looking deep on the in route, that is incomplete, thrown behind Sadiq. Had him open for a first down for a gain of 15 yards to the 50, but it was thrown behind. I remember Chuck doing that. Yeah, I do. And he's driving. Yeah, they're going to make things interesting. If they have 2 losses, they make things interesting. They win this one. Texas BYU too. Yep. BYU's got to win this one. 2 at the top, 1 bomb, back to his left. They'll give up the middle into a brick wall. Bryce Butler stuffs him immediately. Gain of just 1. 3rd and 9. You better throw that right down, Ted. You get the stop here. All of a sudden, this game gets a lot more interesting. I'm throwing Tennessee back on. Georgetown scored, so up 2-0. I don't think they're coming back. 1 of the top 3 at the bottom. Play action. More. They're going to send 4. Pressure gets rid of the middle of the field. Open. Caught at the 45-yard line to the 40. Benson, 35-30. Breaks a tackle. 25-20. Benson. MB. TD. Touchdown. Malik Benson. 64 yards. The senior wideout. Let him in stride. They'll go for 1. Malik Benson over the middle of the field. Moore had plenty of time to throw. Just a deep in route. The same play they ran on first down. Moore missed him. This time hits the man on the deep end. And at that point, off to the races. 25-14 extra point to make it a 2-touchdown game. And it is good. A backbreaker for the Huskies. An absolute backbreaker. Had 3rd and long. That close to get a stop. You could see, too, on that one. Dylan Robinson was pointing, trying to get anyone to guard Benson. And then everyone converges on him, and he just splits everyone with his acceleration. Malik Benson in the end zone. His 4th of the season. And just like that, Ducks back up by 12. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, Bay levels are back right here. That was bad. Is that the one that punches you into the playoff? And for the Big Ten get you? Ooh. So all conference losses? Maybe LA Bowl. I have to do some projections after all the regular season games are done. Oklahoma should miss even with the win. I'm with you. I think Texas is better than them. Well, LSU, it's actually not tied. LSU just got a field goal. LSU just hit from about 40 yards out. 13-10. Yeah, Oregon, if they win, they're going to the playoff. One loss, Big Ten team they're in. (26-14). If anyone's like 21, they outranked Texas on Tuesday. No. I think Texas, I look at them and say they have 2 losses. I know Texas 3. I don't punish them for losing to Ohio State on the road. They scheduled that game. They did not have to. I think Texas is better than Vandy. I think Texas will leapfrog Vandy. Or so Texas beat OU by 3 scores. Yep. I don't think OU's a top 12 team. Mateer's had a good season. I don't believe in OU at all. So when's the X baby? Let's go. 26-14. Now everything's 4-down territory for the Huskies. After that back-breaking touchdown by Boston. Or excuse me, by Benson. So Boston had the last touchdown for Washington. Benson gets that one. Kickoff field at 3 and fair caught 25-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be a tough few days over this debate. Well, I don't think it's going to be much of a debate. I think Tulane, North Texas, winner of that, gets in. I think we've answered the JMU question already, unfortunately. Now, personally, I think North Texas is better than JMU. But I don't think Tulane's better than JMU. First down the 25-yard line. 7:55 to go. Vandy's looking good right now. Tennessee has the ball down by 14. To the top of the screen. Tight end in motion. Line up as a blocker. They'll hand off here to Muhammad. Muhammad will get down to the 32-yard line. Maybe the 31. Gain of 6 yards. Second down. Yeah, I saw Helsey agreeing to a deal with the Orioles. I did see that. Not on the Mets anymore. Sure, Mets fans everywhere rejoice after that. Virginia loses? Oh, God. Chaos. Bama kickoff is at 7:50 Eastern time, by the way. To the top of the screen, back to his left. Play action. Williams. Flushed out. Fires on the run. Incomplete. Looking for Boston. Third down. Yeah, Bama Auburn kickoff is at 7:49. Oregon rest more than Georgia. I like both. I do like Oregon a lot. Are we moving to the top 4 after this? Given A&M losing last night? Yes. I think your top 4 is going to be Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia / Ole Miss, whoever wins the SEC, if it's one of them, and Oregon. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left is Muhammad. He'll hand off to Muhammad on a sweep play. Nothing doing. Brought down at the line by Amari Washington. If you're running on 3rd, you're going on 4th. That's going to be a snow globe game. I love that. I love a good snow globe game. You Tennessee had a Super Bowl win last week. Now they haven't played well today. Nope. 4th and 3. They'll go. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Williams, they'll send 6. Drag route. Boston. One-handed grab. Did he get the first? He got a big grab on 4th down last drive. He caught the ball, getting by Finney. Is that a first? Gotta get to the 35. I think he's short by a yard. I think he's short. I don't think Boston got there. After they get to the 35, he's clearly short. He's short. Oregon's taking over on downs. They're carefully storming the field. I love that. Yep, knee is down before it reaches the 35. He is short. Right, if they both lose, Miami's loving this result with Oklahoma right now. Miami is loving what's happening right now in Oklahoma. If LSU wins this game, That helps a lot. You don't need to measure. You don't need to measure the ball. There's a touchback of the 25. Got to get to the 35. If the ball is short of the 35, you don't need to measure this. Knees down there. The ball is not over. That's short. He's short. He's absolutely short. I'll put the pull up again because now they're reviewing the second time. And I don't think he got there. I think it's Oregon ball. The knee is down before it reaches the 35. I don't think this is all that close. It's the tail of the ball touching the 35. Well, yeah, yellow line's not official, but it's not even a yellow line. Because the drive start at the 25, got to get to the 35. There's a giant white line across the field that is official. Like, does it reach the white line? That's all it comes down to. Ruling is upheld. 83% agree with the call. Oregon ball. You figure a touchdown ends this thing. Yeah, Florida's going after Summerall. I'm not surprised. Yeah, talks have fallen through apparently with him in Auburn, so I'm assuming. So Vandy gets it back. I'll keep you up down, Oklahoma. 4-14, your own 42 down by 14. How much time? How much time left in the game? How many timeouts do you have? To the top, to the bottom. Was it good, Base Tug? Yeah, I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet. Moore going to give it off on the pitch. It's Hill. And he'll go out of bounds to the 30-yard line, gain of 4. Now, will Fish, he already burned a timeout. He's not going to take a timeout here. Yeah, that play call for Tennessee was not good. Second down. The Bearcats again a rough second half of the season. 2nd and 5. Two at the bottom. In the pistol. Moore keeps it on the read option. He'll be about a yard shy at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 1. Mike Ryder in the film. Ooh. I like that. You know, Washington has those 2 timeouts. Throwing short 6 to Illinois. I'm right there with you. Well, LSU 3rd and 5 to the top 1 to the bottom. Van Buren. Comeback route. Incomplete. LSU's going to punt. 3 and out. LSU will punt the ball. The Oregon Tech, Ole Miss, Notre Dame. Yeah, I think they're going to host. I formation here. Handoff. Up the middle. Easy first down. No problem there for Davison. Lyman was a fullback on one of the 3rd downs earlier. Lyman was an actual running back here. This time they use Zach Race as the lead blocker. Nice block too by Sadiq, known as assignment. 5 minutes to go. Washington not taking time out. It's too late to Heidi, by the way. It's also too late to Heidi. I gotta get everything set for the next stream. 1 at the bottom. Washington just 2 timeouts left. Oregon 5 minutes away from going back to the playoff. Not as a conference champion, but as an at-large. Handoff, gain of 2 to the 21. The question here for Oregon, we know they'll get a top 8 seed. We know that. The question for the committee, will they host the game or will they automatically make it to the quarters? Depends on, we assume A&M's fallen out. Depends on who wins the SEC. Also depends on if Texas Tech can win the Big 12 over BYU next Saturday. We're on the call for that one. 2nd and 7. That makes them go on the road. If they make it as the conference champion, they won't go on the road. If they make it as an at-large, yes. Head off here, Whittington. Bounce outside to the 13. Not sure if he's got it. It's going to be awfully close. Right at the spot. Brought down by the legs by Dillard Allen. I'm not sure Notre Dame hosts. Touchdown Oklahoma, by the way. They are going to get the first down to 13. Touchdown Sooners. Touchdown Sooners. One at the bottom. Handoff. Cuts back inside. Davison. Maybe got a yard to the 12. And Fish will use his second timeout. Yeah, LSU, that was pathetic. So we'll head to a commercial break. What's outside? Ooh. Oh, Vanderbilt up by 3 scores on Tennessee. The route is on. Yeah, it's getting interesting. This is getting really interesting. Yeah, Vanny's making a claim too. Vanny's making a heck of a claim. The style points right now. Up 3 touchdowns on the road against a top 20 Tennessee team. I mean, this is nuts. You're not wrong, Sports Talk. This is getting a bit insane. Oh, LSU to the 40. 50 out of bounds to the 49-yard line. LSU's in plus territory on the return. Still similar to one last week, yep. You always say back in Texas, they did, yep. Vandy's staking quite the claim. In Antarctica. 34 degrees is not Antarctica. But it does feel like if you live in Florida. See the destiny for them? It could be. Well, LSU ball, 4 minutes to go past midfield. They'll throw the screen, gets a block to the 46, gain of 3. March on Skull, they go to you touchdown from surface? Yeah, pretty much. Because of this format, why this week contributor we're the best? Yep. I love it now. 2nd and 9. If anyone kill Texas argument, I don't know. Because Texas beat Vandy. Hand off to the side. Whittington down to the 11. I think if Vandy beat Texas, different story. 3rd and 7. Deal for Husband. I'm going to say no on that one. It's interesting. Fish will not take his final timeout yet. Right, it's how they lose. They beat Oregon on the road. That's a tough win. I think you have one loss in the Big Ten. You make the conference championship. You go on the road to beat Oregon. They're a top 4 team. Unless it's a bloodbath, it'd be very hard to not put the loser of that game as a top 4 seed. 2 at the bottom. Well, if they lose close, it's going to be more than fine. Hand off to the side. Down at the 4. Figure Fish takes his final time out here. He will. 4th and 1. I'm going for it. I am 100,000% going for this. You get it? The game is over. That makes the playoff factor fiction. Oh, man. Depends on Oklahoma. Depends on this Oklahoma game. Ask me in 3 minutes. As LSU's driving at the 37-yard line. Play action. They're going to send 4. Screen pass. Caught. 35. Gain of 3. We're going to buy with the win. It depends on Texas Tech and if they win the Big 12 or not. Oh, man. This is fun. Draw SSC by 100? By 100, that's a different story. It'd still be in, but they were not going to buy. They would not host. 2nd and 6 for LSU. Can they get this? The game is over. 4th and 1, they're going. 1 yard for a spot in the playoff. A top 8 seed. And maybe a top 4 seed. Moore gives it to Whittington. He's stuffed. He is completely stuffed by Durfee. It was a botched play from the start. And there is new life for the Huskies. Take a lot. They have no timeouts. But it's something. Bottled up there. That was a botch read option. Oh, it's 4 down for LSU. Easily. 2-minute timeout. Easily. Ball to 13. They give Davison. Yes, rest of that. Just a read option. Didn't work. Williams. Out route. Diving grab. Caught. They'll take us to a 2-minute timeout. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5. You know, Messi is to go. Yeah, Messi's great. We go to a break. I will make the Bama stream public as well. I wasn't making Florida. Thank you, basket tomorrow. Yeah, I've not watched the second of that game. Penson becomes well eligible. Oh, man. We'll link the next stream. Yeah, I mean, Miami's the favorite. Miami's absolutely the favorite. I'll get that stream set up after this one's done. Washington gives the ball back. We'll call it early. One was right there. How many score? You're not kicking a field goal there. Because 1 yard ends the game. There's a botch read option. No one else is messy. Then Wade Nebraska may be rated rules should go Penn State. I think he might. I think he might. 2nd and 5 when we get back. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on here as we try to grow this community even more. Bama Auburn will be live for that game later tonight. You guys have been awesome on this stream. The final Saturday of the regular season has lived up to the hype, especially in this window. Vancouver, that'd be cool if Vancouver won it after all they've been through over the last 15 years. That'd be cool if they could do it. It's a crazy atmosphere at BC Place, too. Well, LSU's got 3rd and 5. Keep himself Van Buren. He will get down to the 29. 4th and 2 for the Tigers. They have 1 timeout. You got to go for it, obviously. If you don't get it, the ball game is over. 4th and 2 for LSU. Keep you update on that as Oklahoma might be 2 yards away from going to the playoff. Second and 4 here for Washington. Back here. 1 of the top, 2 of the bottom. Back to his left. Williams, they'll send 4. Second read, not there. Looking to take off and run. He's sacked to the 16-yard line. Brought down by Amari Washington. Clock will run. LSU now. Timeout called by the Tigers. They'll have none left. This is it. Trying to go 59-10. What more do they do? They're trying to get as many style points as possible. 3rd down here. Williams stepping up. Escapes the sack. Spins out of trouble. Resets his feet. Fires. Caught at the 40-yard line. 1st down at the 41. Good job resetting his feet on the run. Caught there for a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Getting at 25. Williams, plenty of time. Chucks it deep. Intercepted. No one even remotely home. That's your ball game. Dylan Tiananmen. Oregon will take over. They will go to the playoff. And the question is, will they play a game in Eugene? Or will they get a top 4 seed and bypass all that? We know they're in. Ball game for Oregon. We're going to stay on for the LSU Oklahoma ending. 4th and 2 here. We're going to stay on for this play. They're lined up in the I formation. Everyone bunched up inside. Oregon game is over. Play action. Van Buren, pressure on the blind side. Gets rid of in the flats. Broken up. Batted down. That's your ball game. Oklahoma wins. They come from behind. And now we wait on Oklahoma's fate. We think they're in. We don't know. We know for a fact Oregon's in. Oklahoma wasn't the prettiest, but they get the win in Norman, and Venables might finally be going to the postseason as a head coach. Broken up in the flat. Oregon takes this one, 26-14 your final. Oklahoma wins against LSU 17-13. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Join the Bama Auburn stream. Be live for that one in just a little bit. Take care. I will see you soon. Oregon wins by 12. We will see the Ducks in the playoff. See you guys in just a little bit.